Thank you, Scoon. No, I'm not trying to kill you. The wasteland will do that for me. There's no need. Yes, welcome back, gentlemen. The session 13 of Winter of Atom.
And I'm still eating, so don't mind me.
No worries, mate. You, in the last session, have come to near Walden Pond in search of some Brahmin. You're to meet with the Brahmin farmer here, who we didn't name, and see if you can procure some Brahmin for him to help move Mirage. When you've arrived here, you've found no sign of anybody that looks like a farmer, but there are a couple of guys dressed up in armor pieces that look pretty much like raiders, tending to / guarding the Brahmin. One here, and one here. The raiders have unusual armor, although the scrap armor, the raider armor of the wasteland is often rusty. This armor that these guys are wearing seems to be more so. In fact, the rust almost looks like highlights to the armor. It looks like the rust is strategic in places, like in striped patterns and things. Very interesting. But anyway, I made you all make a perception check for something to do with the scarecrow at the end of the last session, and you all failed it and missed that fun piece of information. So, what would you like to do, folks? There's no sign of your farmer, but there does appear to be some raiders. Now, I've got you at the corner of the map, like, let's assume you're like right at the edge of the map, and you've only just seen this scene here, and these raider guys haven't seen you yet. So if you wanted to sneak and hide, it's still a possibility at this stage.
I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to roll a sneak.
Well, I want a group sneak. So sneak is a group test because you've got to all be able to hide. If one person is sticking out, then you're all fucked. So it's a group test, agility sneak 3 to hide from these guys. So one person leads the roll, everybody else rolls 1 dice to assist. Agility sneak.
Yes.
Who has the highest sneak?
I'm the sneakiest, I'll do it.
You're not the
Stop
sneakiest,
lying.
even I know
Who has the highest sneak?
Don't think anyone has a particularly
I
high
would
sneak
say
in the
it's
group.
probably Norm.
Yeah, mine's 3.
What's your agility? You've got an agility 9, don't you? No, different character.
6.
Nah,
Yeah,
right,
I would
okay.
imagine
that's me.
someone is
So you've got a
better than me.
total of 9.
I have agility 8.
You've got a total of 8.
Yeah.
So
11,
Roddy with
total,
9
right.
is the best so far. Tank has agility 6 and
I have
sneak nothing.
sneak 3, agility 8.
Oh, you've got 11. Oh yeah, it's definitely you. Yeah. I think you're making the lead roll then, Scoon. You make the lead roll, everybody else make an assist.
Also.
There's 1 action point currently. That's 1 success.
One
so
success.
the 3 of you can roll 1 dice each. You can just use the roll to assist button. And we need 2 more successes for you all to remain hidden. Unless you don't want to hide.
Just on mine. I got 0
2
successes.
failures. Okay, red alert. We need 2 successes from you. We need 2 successes with 1 dice. No pressure. That's 1 success. So, would anybody like to spend a luck point to re-roll 1 dice to try for that 3rd success?
Martin, you would be better doing it because I have 6, so the likelihood of me hitting that is very low.
Okay. I will. So I can click roll to assist again then, right?
You could just click roll to assist again and roll the 1 dice again. Just remember to take a luck point off.
I just need to make sure I'm clicking the guy.
Click him.
Let's see if it works. Yeah, it's working now. Right. Done.
No, so you don't manage to hide. Okay, so as you're milling around, looking, attempting to hide, at some point, one of these raiders is going to spot you. And he's going to yell out, "Hey, look, boys, we got company!" And he's going to point his gun at you. "Who goes there? What do you want? This is our farm. These is our Brahmin. Fuck off."
The wasteland is mine. Die, puny human.
Is that you initiating combat, is that?
No, I'm just gonna intimidate them and see they run away.
Would you like to make an intimidation check?
Yeah.
That's great.
Let me give you a target number first. I'm gonna get right. He might not run away, but give me an intimidation check with a target number of 2, and if you get the 2, he's gonna act a certain way. He's gonna do something. It's this one here.
I'm gonna spend an AP to get an extra dice.
Okay. That's 2 successes, right. So he's gonna go, shit! Shit! Boss! 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 And he's gonna start running towards here.
Who's gonna shoot him in the leg before he gets there?
Would anybody
who's
like
your
to attempt to shoot
sharpshooter?
him? So he starts running in that direction. Who is the sharpshooter? Who would like to make a shot at him before he is, if anybody is?
That would probably be Norm. Norm is probably the better shot at it.
Why am I all everything here? Seriously, am I the only one doing stuff?
You're the one that has all of the, carry capacity. So you've got the whole team on your back, sir.
That's you have all.
So he's going to run from this zone to that one, and he's going to go through that one. So you can pick a place where you would like to take a shot while he's in that zone or while he's in that zone. Up to
Well,
you.
I still need to move to a different zone first.
You would need to, yeah.
So I would move here,
Okay.
and one zone is close, right?
Yes. No. Same zone is close. One zone is medium.
Oh.
Where's everybody else
He's
moving
not
to?
coming in my zone, right?
No. Where is everybody else moving to while Schoon initiates this? Where would everybody else like to be when Schoon initiates this combat?
I'm
I
moving
think-
right here.
I think I would have been like here, because I would have ran forward and screamed that at him
Yep,
first.
Okay. Okay. So everybody can roll initiative before we do the things then.
Okay.
Wouldn't be like me initiate combat with a fucking.
Everyone can do the thing before they do the thing. Julie, do the thing.
Thing that you do. Wait a second.
Did not expect these.
Only you can make the darkest night.
Now,
Only you.
I may have to move some things to the GM layer. Bear with me a moment.
Are you now trying to shoot nuclear missiles or something, or make one of us become entranced? Because that's Far Cry, not Fallout.
My viewers can see this, but you guys can't see this. You don't. Nothing just came up in the initiative thing for you, did it?
I seen that Deathclaw.
Nope.
The death clause for the second part of the episode, Chris.
Didn't see anything, mate. Can't
Right.
see. Got my eyes closed.
So I'm just getting all my initiatives up, and then we can go into do the thing. So that's our order, but as is tradition, Norm goes first, and then we start the combat. So Norm, you've got free attack. You didn't manage to hide, so there's no sneak effects on it. But you are one zone away, so that is +1 difficulty if it's a close range weapon, or normal difficulty if it's a medium range weapon.
No, the scope only makes it accurate.
This thing is a generator, by the way.
Well, I'm going to shoot with my scope excited. Oh, why does it have Scope twice.
which is a medium, isn't it?
Yep.
So you get 0 penalty on that.
What do you mean?
Because your range is medium on that gun, so there's no range penalty from being in the next zone over.
No, it's close.
Or is it close? Right, so it's 2 difficulty then.
It's a excited scoped improved laser gun.
What does the scoped give it if it doesn't increase the range?
Accurate.
Accurate, which is the reroll, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, accurate is what's accurate? Accurate is you can add 2 dice of damage or something if you spend luck points, something like that. Or you spend action points and you can
Yeah,
add,
you had to take.
spend action points and you
think you
can
gotta
add
take-
damage dice. I think that's what accurate is.
Yeah, it's the aim action to get the reroll. Or
Aim
you
action
have,
is the reroll. Yeah. I've got the rulebook here. Let me see if I can quickly find weapon
Yeah.
effects.
But it's no longer just grabbing like that because I got a new closet and everything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
The table
accurate
in here
is.
gone.
Pretty sure accurate is you can add 2 dice of damage by spending action points, something like that.
It's in the front of equipment.
I've got you under my skin.
If you take the aim minor action before attacking with an accurate weapon, you may spend up to 3 action points to add 1 attack die
Right.
per action point spent.
If you take
But
the
you
aim action.
can't aim
And
because
if
you
gain
moved.
damage in this
Yeah.
way, you may not spend ammunition for extra damage. Because a weapon cannot be both accurate or inaccurate.
Yeah, so you've moved, so unless you wanted to spend an action point to take the aim action, but you can't because there's no action points.
We don't have any more action points.
Yeah, so you don't get the use of accurate in this turn because you only get it when you can aim. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so your difficulty is 2 because he's in the next zone over, and that's at least 2.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, your target
That's
number is
just-
15. Very nice. So that's your
And
2
both
successes.
rolls are 15.
Both
What are the
Just-
chances?
just hit the 15. Nice roll, yeah.
What are the chances that both rolls are 15, the target number is 15, and I roll that?
You may roll the damage, mate.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Am I going to use... No, I'm just going to
Now,
hold this fire rate.
ooh, that's a nice roll. So that's 7 with 2
Wait.
piercing. Give me the body part.
Wait, I also have a vicious in effect, right?
Vicious is an effect,
Or
yeah.
did you,
Yeah, I placed it in the wrong one because it's also vicious.
Should that have vicious as well, right? That's 9 ignoring 2 resistance then. Give me the body part.
the head.
Let's put it in the right one.
It goes in effects, not qualities.
Yeah, vicious, a piercing one, and vicious. There, changed it. So that is 7, 8, 9.
9 ignoring
Yes,
2 resistance.
7 doesn't exist because 7 is afraid of 8 because 7, 8, 9.
Very good. Give me a body part.
Sorry, couldn't help myself. Body part. None.
Yada, yada.
4
That's a
is the
4.
torso, so that's 9 damage, ignoring 2 energy reduction on the torso. So he has energy 2. He has 2 reductions, so you're ignoring it all. So it's 9 damage on his torso. He has died. He only had 7 hit points. He is dead. I was going to say he has a crippled torso, but no, he has died. He is dead-o.
Well, he's
And-
dying with a crippled torso.
And it's your turn again, because you initiated the combat, so you now start the combat turn order.
I knew that.
Now, you do know that he was running in this direction and shouting, "Boss, boss, someone's coming." Also, when you're closer to this Scarecrow, I'm going to get you to make another survival perception test. This is not like a major action that means that if you do something else, it's going to cost you more action points. This is a free thing just to notice something. Give me a difficulty 1 this time. Perception survival. Or intelligence survival, actually. There you go. So, you can now notice, and this is what you all failed to notice from a distance in the previous scene, you'll now notice that that scarecrow, it's not really a scarecrow, it's a person strung up.
It's the
Like,
armor.
well, you know how in Fallout 4 when you get to a raider settlement, you see the people strung up on, like, hanging up outside the settlements? It's one of them. And he is
Fallout
dressed
3.
in
What about Fallout New Vegas?
New Vegas with a pinned
First
up
time you
outside.
come.
Yeah, yeah. And he is wearing the flannel and the jeans and the boots of a farmer, yes. So, looks like
Thought
that's
so.
your farmer.
Let's see, where is the next guy?
They're here
Yeah, I see one there, yeah.
and here. Now, the blue line is a fence, but it's just a chain link fence, so it doesn't provide any cover. It's an obstruction
No,
that
but
you have to get through.
I'm just gonna move here. And leave it at that, because it's too
The
far
gate-
away to shoot.
I haven't drawn them, but the gates are here and here. The 2 gates to the blue fence.
Whacking, smacking.
Smacking and smacking. Alright, so what are you doing with your next turn, Schoon?
No, I moved.
Was that it? Is that all you're doing for your whole turn?
Yeah, I'm. It's too far away to do anything. Well, maybe.
Well, you're gonna see. If you do sprint, you can move into another zone. Now you're gonna see in here as you move past. So I'm gonna unblock the fog of war, and I'm going to move some stuff off the GM layer as well. So, as you move past here, you will spot a Mr. Handy, but it's a Mr. Handy that seems to have extra bits on its armour. It's got spiked armour. They've done some serious armour modding to it. What looks like a modified Assaultron, and what looks like a broken Mr. Handy, and there's a dude. And this dude's armour looks like it's made out of robot parts.
Yeah, I thought so.
So
The
you're
Rust Devils.
using sprint, which is a major action. Now you can finish anywhere in this zone if you want to go past that.
I'll maybe get a little bit of cover here.
Yeah, might be wise. Okay, now it is this guy here. So he's gonna go, what the fuck's going on out here? And he's gonna move to here. And he's just going to look around. He's going to not see anything. And then he's just going to use sprint to move to here. And not see anything. Because you're hiding there.
What's the hiding?
Next.
I thought I failed my stealth check.
Next, something else is going to come out. And it's going to use sprint. And it's going to see you there. But it doesn't have any, I don't have any action points to attack you with. So it's just going to come up to you. Getting ready to attack you. So what you see here is, again, it's an Assaultron, but it's not an Assaultron. It's got strange spiked rust coloured armour all over it. Like little modded extra scrap bits of armour, spikes sticking out all over the place. And another robot comes out and moves into this zone. Red alert, it's your turn.
Red alert sees.
You see this one, and you maybe kind of see the corner of this one just out the edge of your eye.
Yeah, he sees this one. He just his head tilts for a second, and it's like, I see my friend. You need to decommission. He runs up to that one and goes twice it.
This is Assault for this one. So you're going Assaultron versus Assaultron.
Oh yeah,
Nice,
I've done it before. And
nice.
whooped the other ones.
You did indeed, actually.
Like, I was like, it's my turn.
So you'll now see this
Yeah.
guy.
Mhm.
He's now visible to you. Okay, roll your attack.
Yeah, so he sees his big ass red. Remember when I come up, it's like, what the fuck is that?
Big red.
Yeah. Good. Let's see. Do we have any AP? Or
None
do-
currently, but remember, if they're for extra dice, you may buy them.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy one.
Okay, so that's one for me. There's one success. You only need one.
Okay.
Yeah, one. It's got a difficulty of one. So you may roll your damage.
Be right back.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, wow. Look at that
AP4.
roll. Look at that roll, guys. Doesn't get much better than that, eh? That's
Wow.
Yeah, it's like
15 with 4 piercing. Right, it's energy damage. Let me just check his sheet. Give me the body part, Max.
okay. Yeah, it's like
Check
yeah,
that.
it's like
Weighted dice.
That is a fucking roll and a half. It's got 3 reduction energy, so you're getting past all its reduction. Yeah, give me a body part.
I'm doing right now. Oh, 20.
Right in the head.
A 1. Oh, that's gonna destroy that.
Wait, no. It's still alive, because you did 15 damage exactly. But it has a crippled head.
And it's stunned.
And it is stunned. So it's stunned, which means it can't do anything its next round unless I spend action points, which I don't have any. So that was a
I got
movement.
one, but
Alright, you just gotten one.
I've got one, but it's not enough. It needs to do a major action. So
Yeah, but then don't lie, you have action points.
that's a move and an attack. So that's a minor and that's a move and a minor and a major. Would you like to do anything else, Max? You don't think you can?
Got to put map view on.
yeah,
you
I'm
can.
fine. I just come up there and you see this like this big electric.
Okay. So the raiders are now going to attempt to attack you. Now this one is going to. Whoa. He's not going to hide behind the cow, the Brahmin, but he's going to take what tiny little bit of cover he can get from behind this little box. I'm going to say it's one dice of cover for his legs only, and he's going to
Like a
attempt.
crate.
He's going to attempt to shoot at Red Alert. And I've got one action point, right?
Yes.
That's right.
So I'm going to spend it because his difficulty here is 2. And I needed 2, so that's a miss, unfortunately.
Wah, wah, wah.
And the other one is going to.
Oh, what?
He's going to sprint to here. And then it's Ronnie's turn.
Can I move to the generators and see if I can turn it off? Can I get there in a turn? Because it's
Yeah.
here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this
So
is
you're in that zone and it's in the next zone. So yeah, that's just one move. Yeah. You want to turn it off?
Yeah, I want to
That's-
see if it fucks shit up.
I think that's interact with a minor action. So you can do a move and then do that, and that would be your turn. But yeah, you can turn it
so
off.
it's- Sweet. I don't have to do any rolls. There's a big button that says on off.
No rolls. It's just a switch. Yeah.
Sweet. I'll
So
turn it off. And
you turn it off?
see-
And the lights in the house go off.
Yeah, carnage.
But it's
And
daytime.
the electric fence turns
Yeah,
off, and all of the Brahmin escape, and the whole point of us coming here
Just to get
was
Brahmin.
pointless.
But no, you have
I
switched
mean,
off the lights in the house.
It's Martin.
And the refrigerator, so all their food will go cold and they'll die in like 2 weeks. You didn't think about that, did you?
There's no need for a refrigerator in this nuclear winter.
Well, you know, microwave.
Thanks,
I don't
Tom.
know what they've got.
Thanks,
Even though
Tom.
they call it a nuclear winter, doesn't mean it's cold.
It is though. It is cold. it's snow and it is freezing cold.
So did I have to use all my turn to that, or do I have like a main
Well,
action left?
So what you're doing is a move and a minor action. So
Yeah.
you could still do a major action, I suppose.
Oh yeah, I can see a dude who's Can I?
Yeah.
I can probably like see him from here, right? If I shoot him.
Yep. What's the range? You've got a combat rifle with a range medium, don't you?
Yeah, I do now. Yeah.
So that zone would be medium. That's long. So the difficulty is 2. But also, I'm going to give you've got cover if you're behind that. So you've got some cover if you're behind that. But aye, 2 difficulty to hit him. That is 2.
Yay, 2.
Very nice. That is 2.
And this one I have to manually deduct the bullets, right? It doesn't do it when I press the button.
Yeah.
So,
Foundry
right.
it does, roll 20 it doesn't, yeah.
Yeah, go on, keep an eye on it. So, let's see if I can kill someone.
That's a nice roll as well.
Yay!
Oh ho ho, yeah, give me a body part, because that's going to do some damage. Wait, what's his physical
That's some good
reduction?
damage.
Physical reduction is 2 on his torso and 1 on his arms and legs. That is the groin. So he's got 2 reduction in the torso, so he takes 6 damage to the torso, so he's got a crippled torso.
Sweet.
So
Who's wearing
the-
a top?
he takes
Who's
bleeding.
wearing a cup?
So he's got the internal
He
bleeding
takes
now.
incredible.
And now it's Tank's turn, because there's no action points for you to do anything else.
So where's the nearest person that I can smash?
There's one here, on the other side of the building from you. There's a robot here, and a robot here.
Well, he's already engaged with that robot, so I'll go to this robot, and I am going to spend a luck point to bring a chair outside of this place where someone would have sat, and I'm going to pick this chair up and smash it across his head and say the words.
So where did you move from? Hang on. Where did you move from?
That zone.
Aye, so that's only
To
one
this
zone.
zone.
Yeah, right, okay. So, and then you want to spend a luck point to add a detail to the scene for a chair for an improvised weapon.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
And I'm gonna say, now no time for talking. Charisma, nah, charisma, and then smash chair.
Charisma.
I'm using my charisma skill.
Yes, mate. Yes, please do. So
How
it'd be a
long have you
melee.
been sitting on? How long have you been sitting on that joke, Chris? Be honest.
So
That's a
attack
good,
with
like,
melee
20
weapons.
20 minutes.
So instead of rolling off one of
Should
your
I just
actual
use a
weapons,
board?
just you could do because it's a melee weapon. Yeah.
Now use the chair. You set up the joke. You got to follow through.
No,
mate.
But
but a
to
chair and a board
To
are
make
pretty
the roll,
much
you
the
can
same
you can
thing.
do it with board, yeah. And in fact, it's an improvised weapon. I'll just give it the same damage as board. Your board's not modded, is it?
No.
Nah, you can just use the
Just
same
board.
damage then, mate.
What?
Oh,
That's a miss, mate.
good luck to roll.
Target
use
number
the chair.
16 and you've missed.
You should have used the chair, like I said. You fucked it up again, Chris. Sorry, mate.
How-
So,
Want to spend a second
Right.
luck point to re-roll one?
new
Yeah,
chair
fuck
roll.
that, yeah. That's ridiculous.
We have full luck again, right?
Yeah,
Because
refresh your
you,
luck again.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to start doing it per level again, I think, instead of per session. I think per
Right, so
session's
it would have
slightly
hit that time.
That one's a hit, yeah. 8 with 1 vicious, so 9 damage. Which body part? $11. What's that on a Mr. Handy? Let me open up the thing. $11 is arm 1. So, arm 1 on him is... How do I work this out? His arm 1 is his buzzsaw arm, right? Okay. So you did how much? 8.
9.
9.
Okay, 9. And his physical damage reduction is 3. So he's going to take 6. So that is a crippled buzzsaw for him.
Nice.
Very nice. Wrong one.
And there's no AP, so I know. Go again.
No
I
second
stand there and
actions,
look
yeah.
at him.
No AP, and we move on to Norm's turn. I'm going to go AFK, but I can still hear you guys. I'll just be a second.
Okay.
So let's talk bad about Oliver for now.
Mhm.
Oh wait, I guess
I
I
fucking said I can still hear you, you scumbag.
know.
Like heaven to touch.
Don't kill all the robots because one of them's gonna be my new friend. So make sure you leave one robot
I
protect.
think it's the one that's
One
inside that isn't
inside.
activated.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I can help fix it up, and take the parts from the other Andy.
I mean, don't get jealous when we have a real robot in the group, Max. I don't want to upset you, but I'm gonna be doing all the robot shit that you usually do soon.
If somehow Tank
Have
ever
fun.
decides to kill Norm, we will also have a real robot.
Are you gonna steal his limelight when you've got a robot companion?
Everyone's like, "Oh, can anyone do a robot check?" I'll do the robot check. I'll do it. Stand back.
Right, Norm, it's your turn, mate.
Well, let's see.
So you have this assault.
There's a
It's called an
robot.
Assaultron Devil. There, you have the Mr. Handy Annihilator here. Mr.
Yeah,
Gutsy Annihilator.
There's
Yeah, no
one here,
handy.
there's one there, and there's one here, right?
Yep.
Let's take the one that is that was right in front of me. And I'm going to take the aim action.
So this is where you can now do the add extra bullets.
No extra damage without extra bullets.
Yeah, add it. Yeah, extra damage without using extra bullets. That's right. Okay, so no move.
Because I'm
and
getting,
aim.
what was it again? No, yeah, if I use action points, but do we have action points?
Oh
there?
right, no, yeah, you would have to use action points to move and aim, and there is none.
And then just
Where were you there?
Yeah, he could just stay there, dude.
You could just stay there.
You
And
didn't have to
you could stick your head round and shoot him. Yeah, you don't have to move. You could still get the aim without moving from there on both of those guys.
wait. Nope. Let's turn it into 46 already because I forgot to take away one ammo last shot.
That is 3 successes. So you now have 2 action
Ooh.
points.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very handy if you roll one of the dice a 2 and you have a marked 6th level energy weapons.
Hell yeah. So you have 2
It's a Mr. Handy.
It's a
Yeah.
Mr. Handy Annihilator, this one's called. That one looks like a broken Mr. Handy Valley. This one. But only Scoon knows that, 'cause only Scoon's characters saw it.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that's the one that Ronnie will get.
In fact, Scoon, I'll give you a piece of information about it as you went past. It was broken, lying in a heap in the corner, but this Mr. Handy Valley was actually painted up like a Nurse Handy.
So it's
More on that later.
yeah.
Oh, that was a sucky roll, mate. Would you like to spend a lot of
5
points?
damage for
there?
2 piercing.
But remember, you're re-rolling. You can spend action points to re-roll them if you want.
I have 2 action points.
2
So
action points re-rolls 2 of them with accurate. It's only with accurate you can do that.
and I have accurate.
You have accurate and you
So,
have
yeah,
2 action points.
I'm going to spend both of them.
Okay.
So reroll 2 dice. Oh. It does.
Right. Okay,
additional.
so when it rolls all the dice again, I'm going to count the first 2 dice. So, nothing.
Still,
So you're looking at
that's
5.
still 5 damage then.
It's 5 with 2 piercing, so 5 ignoring 2, right? Okay, what body part? And is that this one? Or this one? The handy?
This one.
This one, right, okay. So it's 5 ignoring 2. Give me the body part. That's on its head. So 3 damage on it. Well, no, 5 ignoring 2. Let me see what its head is first. Nothing on its head. So that is 5 damage on its head. You crippled its head.
Again.
It's done.
It already had a crippled head, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it's got 2 injuries on its head now. But
So it can't do anything next round as well?
it can't do anything ever again. It's dead. It had 2 hit points. I was doing all that and it had 2 hit points. Right. There's no
2
action
headshots.
points for you to do anything else. So it is now this guy, the guy they called Boss. So he's going to turn and aim at Tank.
Is he already dead because he has a skull on top of him?
No, that's a crippled body part. That was his crippled torso. So after this,
Oh yeah, he was hit in the balls.
he
He
rolls
takes
the,
two
he
blood.
rolls the 2 dice after this. Have I got any action points? No. That'll hit you though, Tank.
I've got agility 9.
Have you?
Isn't that
No.
No. Fuck you.
isn't a rifle a medium range weapon?
Let me see. So he would have a harder difficulty, wouldn't he? Let me
Yeah,
just see.
close.
It's actually long range. So
Yeah, so then he would have a difficulty, I believe, with close range.
yeah, so he would step back into that one, which would make his difficulty 2. He doesn't have luck points, so it's fucking still a miss. It's just a miss. There's nothing I can do with it. Yeah, it's a miss. Bastard. Yeah, 'cause he's-
Shitbag. How does he miss the biggest target in the fucking room? Like,
let me see if he's got any other guns first. Nah, he doesn't. Like, yeah, it's because he's got a long range weapon. He's too close to you. That's how he missed that. Okay, that's his turn. He will. Don't have an action point. Yeah, if I had
Difficulty
action
of
points,
ranged
he can do some
attack.
cool stuff, but I don't. Let me just double check his sheet.
The difficulty of a ranged attack increases by 1 for each range band outside of the weapon's ideal range. So 1 range further for a long range would still be 2 difficulty extra.
Mm-hmm.
So if the difficulty is already a 1, this would be a 3.
It would be. It'd be a 3 from there, but if he moves back to there, it makes it a 2.
No, then it's a 3. Because he needs to be at 2 zones away.
Yeah, so
For
me jump.
every
Yeah. So he's
outside of that is an
so-
extra, so it's
so-
already
so-
normally
so-
a 1.
So there he's close, right? When he moves back to there, he's medium, and he's got a long
Yeah.
range weapon, so it's only +1. Difficulty is 2. He's got a long range weapon, so the difficulty is +1 on medium range. He's still
it's
missed.
2.
He's still missed.
Yeah.
Now, it's the Assaultron Devil's turn. I don't have any action points. The Assaultron Devil is dead. I could take it out of the initiative, actually. You guys are going to steamroll another fight. It's the Mr. Handy Annihilator now. It was his buzzsaw that was crippled, so he's going to come up here and he's going to attack with his Flamer.
Ooh.
Oh, then he could attack more than just him.
That's 2 successes. This could be fun.
That's a bad roll.
That is a bad roll. Now, what does debilitating mean? Let me just check that.
I think is a constant fire. I think it's like a constant fire effect on him.
Debilitating is not in the Goat rulebook. Okay, well, he does 2 energy damage to which body part? He didn't get effects, so he doesn't get spread or anything.
Nope.
Left leg tank. What's your energy reduction on your left leg?
The only thing it does, it means that for any skill test to treat injuries inflicted by a debilitating weapon increases by +1.
Ah, okay. So
Because you have burn wounds.
he didn't roll any effect anyway, so he doesn't get his persistent, he doesn't get the spread. Have you got 2 or more reduction on your legs, Tank? Energy damage?
3.
3, aye, that does no damage to you, mate. Shit times for me. Red alert, it's your turn.
So he says like, you know, he looks at Tank and says, "You're good," and he's going like, "Boss." "Hello, sir. I think you need a close shave." And he comes up there. And
Oh, wait. Before you do, Max, I've got to roll for internal bleeding. 1 second.
Okay.
You
He takes 1 more damage from his internal bleeding. Go ahead, Max.
Okay. So I will buy a dice. So they give you 1.
Okay. Well, that's 3, so you gain 2 action points.
Nice. I'm gonna pass on the other somebody else, but I'm gonna swing on him.
Oh, Chris. Oh, Jesus. That's a nice roll again. Oh, and that's with piercing. How many effects is that? Is that 6 effects? That's 14 damage.
3, 4, 5,
No,
6.
no.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
it's
it's
no
piercing,
vision.
not vicious. It's piercing, not vicious. So you're ignoring
Yeah, I don't have
6.
vision yet.
Now, he does not have
Yeah.
6 damage reduction for energy, so what body part is that?
Damn.
And damn.
Now you should have had vicious.
You guys have rolled some serious
I
attacks.
Yeah, that's a 1
On the
again.
head.
Oh,
Now you should have had vicious because then it would be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Yeah,
if you
is
had
that the only way I do it is I get it, like I take another perk. But I can't do that until like 10th
I think it's
level.
called Incisor, the one that gives you vicious on
No, it's the Iron Strike. It gives me
Iron
the one that
Fist.
gives
Yeah,
me
Iron Fist. That's the one.
Yeah,
So-
then the next one gives me the vision.
So in this case, because you've got that shock mod on your claw, basically you grab this guy in the head and you put your hand round his face, and let's say you just like pinch him right round the temples, and you just shock him right through the brain, and his eyes pop out his head like a Tom and Jerry cartoon
grapes.
winner. Yeah, when someone
Like
when someone sexy walks past in Tom and Jerry and the eyes go like that, it's like that.
Yeah.
Very nice, Max. You have 2 action points if you would like to do any extra actions.
Oh no, I'm just gonna pass him on. Let's say he's done.
So now it is these guys, and there are 2 of them, and they are going to attempt to run away because they saw their boss die. So this one is going to sprint. So that'll be 1, 2. So next round he'll get away. And
Oh, did
this
he jump
one,
the fence?
and this one is going to jump the fence there, and with sprint he gets to there, so he's just at the edge of the map as well, and that's their turn. And now it's Ronnie.
Well, I guess if they're running away, like, can I ask them, like, are we pursuing them or are we just leaving them to run away? That's what I'm asking everyone.
I shrug. It's like I killed 2.
Well, that
Oh, you're-
because you're within catching distance of this one, Ronnie. You could get him pretty much. This one up here.
Oh, I mean, if I can reach him, yeah, I'll just chase after that one.
I mean, you got a medium size.
You've got a medium gun, haven't you? So that you could actually get an ideal shot at him. You could.
Oh well, yeah,
You
that's
could,
fine.
you could go there, or even there, so that you're in the next zone, so you're at ideal range, and you've got a bit of cover.
Oh, I'll do that then. I mean, if they're running,
Go for
they're
it.
gonna get back
Go
up.
for it. Good luck. That's 2
2
success, so you gain an action point.
Nice.
Okay, you can roll damage, and you're up to 3 action points.
Only
Okay.
2 this time.
Yeah, only 2. Give me a body part. Don't think it's gonna drop him like. No, it's
No,
not.
not with the 2.
No, it's not. Torso physical reduction. He has 2. He
Oh,
actually
yeah,
takes
sure.
no damage from that one. Okay.
Well.
There are 3 action points if you'd like another attempt.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll attack
Okay.
him again.
Okay. So remember, it's difficulty 2 now to hit him, so if you want to spend the 3rd action point, it would bring it back down to a 1. Well,
Okay,
no,
I'll
it
do
doesn't. It brings it down to a 1. It gives you a 3rd dice, sorry. Roll a 3rd dice.
Oh. So I can roll one more.
Yeah, roll one more.
How do I roll one more? Do I just roll a d20?
Top left, or you could
Okay.
just roll a d20, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Needing a 12 or lower. No, so you
You
missed
now
with the
got
second one.
15.
Right, just remember 2 bullets.
Yep.
And then it's Tank's turn. You have this Mr. Handy Annihilator. Oh, I need to check something about its rules as well. Have you missed it with any attacks, Chris, when you've tried to hit it hand to hand?
I don't think he has.
No, I've only hit it once.
And you've not missed it in a melee attack?
Not missed it.
Okay, because if somebody misses this with a melee attack, they suffer 2 DC of physical damage because it's spiked armor. I need to remember about that.
Ooh.
All right. Well, I'm gonna buy an AP off you
Okay,
and do this roll.
okay.
It's 4
Ooh.
successes.
That's nice. So you
I got three.
you only needed 1, so you've just went up to 3.
Yep.
Oh, that's breaking
Oh,
and vicious.
dude.
Right, that's
That's
11.
4 break.
That's 11 because of the vicious,
Oh.
and 4 breaking. Watch body part. What's that on the handy? That was his already crippled arm, wasn't it? Right, I need to check what his reduction is.
Nothing now.
It's nothing now, but before that, it is 3. So he's got no reduction on that arm now because of the breaking, but he does reduce 3. No, you ignore. No, you don't have. No, you don't have piercing. So it's 11 damage minus 3. It's 8 damage, eh? Yes, it is 8 damage. Yeah, has exactly 8 hit points left, Tank. You finish him off.
It was a good job that he had that thing where if I missed it, he could take 2 points off me, wasn't it? So I get the super sledge out after the chair broke across him and then smack him in his arm and it goes into his spiked armor and he flies around in circles and goes, does not compute, and then blows up.
Yeah, but for some extra flavour, and this is relevant, his arm that you disabled, I'm going to say that you broke it off. Now, lying there on the ground, that arm, Tank, and you'll enjoy this, that arm looks like a viable melee weapon. Looks like you could pick it up and swing it. Now, for your information, the Rust Devils supplement, which I've added these NPCs from, adds that as a weapon. That is literally a melee weapon that is added by this DLC, so you can pick it up and, not being a robot, you can pick up this robot's arm and swing it around as a weapon. So that is a usable melee weapon, which can quite easily
That's my backup weapon.
which I think it already has. I think it already has piercing, and you can easily add vicious and stuff to it. So, for the record, that's there.
Oh yeah, it's a get vicious from his.
You've got 3 action points, Chris. If you're doing anything else,
Is everyone not dead or running away?
you've got
He has to move.
this guy here
This guy over here.
running away.
Right, so I'll
And
go
that's it.
here. And then
So that was for
I'll
your first
use
move. You've not already
two-
moved, so that's your first move. Yep.
I'll use two AP to swing at him with
Okay.
my super sledge.
Okay. 3 successes.
That's
You
3
only
successes.
you needed 2, so you gain 1, so you're up to 2 action points.
Hold on.
Oh,
I have action boy, so I only need 1, so that's 2 AP.
You have action, boy. You're right. Yeah. Okay. 5 physical damage. Which body part? That's with breaking and vicious. That's 8
5
physical.
Yeah.
8
That's 8
physical damage.
physical. Give me a body part. These guys got 7 hit points. If you hit him on an armor spot, he's dead. 12 is one of the arms.
Today.
He's got one on his arms.
Yesterday.
He's got one on his arms, so you've hit him for 7. He's got 7 hit points. Well done. So one of them got away, and 2 didn't. So I'm just going to pull them all together just so I know how many bodies you can loot.
Nice. So yeah, I'd say that's really cool. So I'll look at the arm of the one of the Mr. Handy and hand it over to Brock. I'm like, hey, this is a nice little weapon.
To tank, you mean? You're confusing characters.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
One thing worth noting is that all 8 of the Brahmin survived that, and the fence is intact. So none of the Brahmin escaped during that.
Nice.
But you have 3 dead raiders, a destroyed Mr. Handy Annihilator, a destroyed Assaultron Devil. There are 8 scared Brahmin skitting around in a field, and there is this building here with no lights on. But it's daytime.
Are we able to also maybe take along the generator?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I think I might have to come up with a way of carrying it.
No, wait.
Oh,
I
we
have
got
an idea.
ramen. We
If
basically
say
we pick apart
everything on this map is actually there, what if we take some Brahmin, put them, tie them on the car, make sure the wheels of the car are working, put the generator on that car, and let the Brahmin pull it over to Mirage.
Okay, so for a start, the wheels in the car will definitely not be working. It's been lying there rusting and getting radiation and being destroyed by the elements for 200 years. The wheels don't work.
Well, I've been on this in this world for 200 years as well. I'm still working.
Well, I could say that I could fashion something out of the chain link fence on the Brahmin so they can carry it that way. So it kind of like a net, maybe.
There's a chain link fence here, which if you were to take apart would become quite a lot of common material or uncommon material. You could do something. You could maybe build a sled with some of that. It is a possibility. If you can come up with a way that you can get these Brahmin to pull it somehow, I will let you take this generator, and this generator will be very handy for Mirage.
Exactly. So that's why I want to take it with me.
It's a Mr. Handy, not very handy.
But again, you still have
Like,
you still have a whole map to explore here. I mean, you've got a house. Okay, Red Alert is checking out the house. So, Red Alert, you see, I mean, you definitely see the broken Mr. Handy lying on the floor, but if you want to give me a perception survival check with a maximum difficulty of 4, but there's different things you can see for 1, 2, 3, and 4, give me a perception survival. But you're looking for as much as 4 if possible.
Okay.
And
Does anybody want to come and help me? Or...
I'll get a new piece of paper. Yeah, you could do with an assist here. I'll get a new piece of paper ready for when we start finding stuff.
Okay, yeah. I yell, say, hey, anybody can help me in here?
Anybody go to
Yeah, I
help?
was also wondering inside because I saw that robot.
I'm looking at the Scarecrow because you know it's up to something, so I'm not leaving the Scarecrow alone.
Right, so the
Well,
scarecrow.
Scarecrow
hey,
is the farmer.
Yeah, the scarecrow is a freshly dead farmer, mate.
Is it a ghoul? Are we 100% sure it's not?
No, he's still human. He's a human. Yeah.
If it was a ghoul, then I, as a normal man, would have shot it personally.
It looks the type of thing a ghoul would do.
Right, so if you want to make
I'm not a ghoul. I'm
if
a
you want to
normal
make
man.
that roll with Norm assisting, you can, Max. Keep in mind you have 3 action
Well, would
points as
Norm
well.
be better? Would Norm be better because he has a better roll than me for that? Because his survival might be better.
Survival perception.
Yeah.
Okay, you make the assist roll then, and Norm, you make the main roll.
Okay.
You're looking for up to 4 here, so.
Well, I already got 4.
Fucking hell, nice, mate, nice.
So,
Right.
Well, let me sip my
So-
good
Snake
So you-
Eyes. Never been more happy to roll Snake Eyes.
So you're gonna find a bunch of stuff, and we're gonna go down the list from 4 down the way, right? So on the 4, you find a hidden ammo stash, and you get 4 rolls on the ammo table, and 1 roll
Okay.
on the weapons table. So let's do the weapons one first. Give me 2d20.
You want to do that, Scoon? Because you rolled pretty well. We just take
2d20.
a half and half on the weapon. Or, I mean, armor ammo.
2d20, Oliver.
2d20, mate. 13
13.
is a hunting rifle.
Ooh, that's still a good one.
Now,
Yeah, whoever wants that one can have it.
now we have 4
Because I don't
rolls
use.
on the
rifles.
ammunition table. So
That's
2d20
up to you,
again.
Max, go ahead.
Or you could all do one each. There's 4 players. I'm looking for four rolls. So 29 is 6 plus 3 damage dice of railway spikes. Right, Max? Roll 3 damage dice.
Yeah, I think we had that in the other game. Someone found
Yep.
like some that one.
Yeah, give me 3 combat dice.
Okay.
So that is 6 plus 2. That's 8 times railway spikes. Okay, who would like to give me the next 2d20?
I've already typed it in, so
20 is some 10mm ammo. 8 plus 4 combat dice. So give me 4 combat dice.
I want energy weapon ammo. 4, right?
You spend loads to
4.
change that if you wanted to.
So that is 9 10mm
9.
round. Now, at any point, I'll let you re-roll one of these with a luck point if you want. But somebody's got a third one. We've got 2 more free rolls to go. Somebody would like to make the third one. 2d20.
10 mil, I will just immediately give that to Ronnie because I believe she's the only one with a 10mm.
She is currently, yeah.
Yeah.
She's,
Okay.
Nice
she's
little
got a
backup.
combat rifle as her main weapon, but that's her secondary.
How
Yeah.
much is it?
Yeah.
How many bullets?
That was
8.
9
I think
10
it's
mils.
9.
Or 9. 9 10 mil ammo.
Okay.
Just adding it to your sheet so I can take it off the party sheet, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm adding it on
Perfect,
mine,
perfect. Saves one less thing to keep track of. Right. So Martin or Chris, give me 2d20. You really want a 38, a 39, or a 40, by the way.
I want
18 plus 13, that's at 31. Oh, Magnum
Ah,
rounds.
damn. that's close.
Give me 2 combat dice.
The little face ones.
This is Magnum ammo. 44 Magnum ammo. So
2.
4 plus that. 6 times 44 Magnum ammo. So that was the third one. Because we've got the 10 mil. Chris, if you'd like to roll me 2d20, this is your 4th ammo roll. 24 is 308 ammo. Right, give me 3 combat dice.
Oh, that goes with the hunting rifle. That's a good thing.
Yep, it does. So it's 6 plus 2 is 8, 308 ammo. So you got 8 railway spikes, 9 10mm ammo, which Ronnie's already took, 6 44 Magnum ammo, and 8 308 ammo. Now that was your Perception Survival 4. On the Perception Survival 3, Scoon, you find a food stash. Now that gives you
Ooh.
4 rolls on the food table and 4 rolls on the drinks table. So we'll just do them one at a time. Again, 4 rolls for 4 players. If somebody would like to give me the first 2d20 for food.
well, I'm already here, so why not?
19 is
19.
Instamash. Next, please. In fact,
Who does the next one?
oh, there we go. 25. That is potato crisps. Next, please.
Nice.
19 is Instamash again, so that's times 2. And Martin, 2d20. 19, that's Instamash times 3. So you found 3 Instamashes and 1 potato chips. So we're loving mashed potatoes.
Yeah, you're
We're loving
fuck.
potatoes.
Instamash has no radiation either, so that's really good.
Instamash is a good one, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the drinks table. So again, 4 players, 4 rolls. So that was only 1d20 max. Give me another one.
Oh, that's weird. It was like,
12.
Mine was 27 as well.
12 is a bourbon.
ooh, I'll
Alcohol.
talk to you guys.
Chris, was that 27? What was that for? That was for the
For drinks, yeah.
drinks. That was a purified water.
Okay.
And what else have we got? A 15 from Martin is a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For the alcohol.
And is
get
that,
some alcohol.
so we've got the 19, the 27, and what's yours? Yours is the 12. No, we've not had Scoons yet. Scoon, I've not had your drinks roll. One more roll for
Oh, yeah,
drinks from
might be.
Scoon, please.
Bottle of vodka,
Okay.
please.
2d20s, right?
2d20. "60-minute man."
I need to do this one. It doesn't work with the...
35 is moonshine.
Ooh.
You did well.
Way
Three-
too much alcohol.
You did well for the alcoholics. 3 out of 4 was alcohol there. You did well. Right, now that was your perception survival. 3. With the perception survival 2, you find 2d20 junk items. So somebody can roll me 2d20. Unlucky. The next, with your 1, you find a piece of paper sitting on a desk.
Huh.
Let me open up the thing. Where is it? You'll see that?
See what? Sorry.
I just clicked
Yes.
Yeah,
show to players. So
yeah,
it says,
yeah,
Sarge, your orders are
Sarge's
simple.
orders.
Kill the farmer and keep those Brahmin alive until we send a crew. Don't fuck it up. One single Brahmin head goes missing and you'll lose yours. Ivy.
Shouldn't the title be Ivy's orders because Ivy is giving the orders to Sarge?
No, they are Sarge's orders. They're the orders that Sarge received. They are Sarge's orders. Technically, we're both right, Scoon. It's a fucked up language, English. We are both right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we are both
sorry.
right.
Sorry about it.
So you find a
Well,
note.
if we now know that someone is gonna come,
Yo! Sorry.
and I still want to
Something on
try
the
to
screen,
bring
like,
the
hey!
generator with us as well.
Oh, that's
Find
a
my
plan,
ro-
yeah.
I want to find my robot.
I think
Oh, your robot's
we're
in here.
standing right in front of it.
Yeah, I was like,
Yes.
I'm pointing. I look over to
So the
form,
other
I was
thing
like,
you
hey,
saw-
look, we found something.
The other thing you saw was a broken Mr. Handy Valley. And upon inspection, you reckon it's probably going to take about an intelligence repair 2 to fix it?
I might be able to.
I got tools. I'll make it a 1.
Also,
I
I'm
think
going to
you
just...
might even be better at repair.
Mine is 11.
Now
The tools?
see the stuff that the enemies had on them. I'm just writing it in Discord in our chat because it's easier than actually just writing it all down. So there's 2 times that, road leathers, robot armor chest piece, pipe gun, pipe wrench, and some ammo, which we can roll later. So there was 2 of them from the Scroungers. And from the Fiend, there is this. So I'll just copy it all into Discord and we can add it later.
Yeah.
Alright.
And
Because I bet the cameras did weird when I looked at it for a sec.
alright, so this is a roll. Okay, so scavengers can salvage from a destroyed Mr. Handy Annihilator with a successful intelligence science test with a difficulty of 1. So if somebody would like to make me an intelligence science test with a difficulty of 1 for the Mr. Handy Annihilator.
Science. I might be pretty good. I might be.
Can I assist him?
My intelligence is 6, so that's an 8 in total.
I can assist you with that one.
You can assist. There's some good stuff to get here.
Who's gonna roll?
I think.
Hey, AP, use the AP, dude. Roll, like, spin 1 to get an extra roll on it.
I think you were rolling it and Max is assisting.
Yeah.
Huh.
I said if he wants to use an AP, he gets an extra.
Intelligence science difficulty 1.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Max, you want to make your assist?
Yep, I'm attempting.
Just one too high, literally.
Mm.
Spend luck to reroll it if you wanted to, but nope.
Anybody want to spend a luck and reroll? Because there's some good stuff on this.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend 1.
Yeah, I'll let you know there's some good stuff on this.
Roll this.
Wait till Schoonroll says first, Max, because he's got a better chance.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna like whenever you get set
There
up.
you go. So,
There.
scavengers can salvage from a destroyed Mr. Handy Annihilator with the successful test 2d20 flamer fuel. So roll me 2d20.
Ooh.
Told you it was
Oh
worth
shit,
it.
the flamer's on the different one. Yeah, that's like the wrong flamer.
Somebody give me 2d20.
Got it. Coming up.
25 flamer
25.
fuel. Not bad. 25 flamer. And
No, I rolled 26. Sorry.
you did actually.
I did the search,
You did actually roll that first. You did actually roll that first. I'll say 26. And
and I did the search, so it's only normal
True.
that I would roll.
give me 2 combat dice.
Me? Oh.
Just whoever's first. 2 combat dice. This is for common materials.
Go ahead.
And each effect is uncommon materials.
What do we need for
So that's one
camping?
one uncommon material. You can spend as many action points as you have here to add one uncommon material if you want. So that's currently 1 uncommon. If you want to add any more common, you can spend action points.
I would say spend 2 more, so because this uncommon is useful when we're camping.
Yeah?
Should we do
So
one common?
you're spending 2 action points to get 2 uncommon material, 2 common materials. Okay?
Oh, we get common then instead of uncommon.
Yeah, so the one effect gives you the 1 uncommon. Spending 2 action points will give you 2 common.
Well, we still have 1 uncommon material and 16 common.
And okay, so that's him done.
Yeah, I think we don't use the action point, I would say.
You don't want to? Right, okay, so you've still got 3 action
Well,
points.
no, we already have. We get 1 uncommon, and otherwise we get instead of the uncommon 2 common, or what?
No, if you don't spend any action points, you're only getting the 1 uncommon.
Okay, no, then let's spend it.
Okay, so you
Why
still
not?
okay. And last but not least, we have the the Assaultron Devil. Scavengers can salvage from a destroyed Assaultron Devil with again It's intelligence, science with a difficulty 1, but you're not getting flamer fuel this time, so it's not maybe as worth spending luck on. This time you're just going to get materials. Common and potentially uncommon. But it's
And we'll just roll.
intelligence, science, difficulty 1, but I wouldn't recommend spending luck on it. It's not as good as the last one. There you go, you
2.
get an action point. So, somebody roll me 2 DC, 2 combat dice. You can't spend action points on this one either. This is just the one roll. So that is 2.
That's a better one. 3.
Yeah, so that is
3.
Yeah, in fact, you know what? You got 3 uncommon materials before because the effect is a common and an uncommon. So that's 3 common and 1 uncommon. So that's 2 uncommon materials and 6 common materials. So your total haul here is 2 uncommon materials, 6 common materials, a hunting rifle, 8 railway spikes, 26 flamer fuel, 9 10mm ammo, which Ronnie's already got, 6 44 magnum ammo, 8 308 ammo, 3 Instamash, 1 potato crisps, a bourbon, a purified water, a beer, a moonshine, and 6 junk. And that's all before you've done this robot that's here. So you're investigating this robot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what you see is it looks like the Mr. Handy Valley. The Mr. Handy Valley was the most common model of Mr. Handy. That is Codsworth. It's a one that helps around the house. Does the basic chores for you, cleans your house, does your gardening. But this one seems to be painted like a Nurse Handy, but crudely painted like a Nurse Handy. Like it doesn't have an official Nurse Handy paint job. It like has like a ghetto Nurse Handy paint job, like bullshit. Like somebody's just spray painted it on, and it looks terrible. And it's lying broken in a heap in the corner. Looks like about an intelligence 2 repair test.
Okay.
Intelligence
what's your
repair
repair?
2.
Yeah, intelligence repair 2 if you want to
I need
fix it.
8. I have 8 target number, so
I got 11.
You have 2
Then
action
you go.
points.
I'll assist.
Yeah, and I have a toolkit so that reduces that by 1.
Oh, nice. Yes, your difficulty's only 1 then.
Then you go. I'll assist.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
an
so that means
assistable
that if
roll
you
as
ever-
well. Should have no problem with this.
Yep.
In the meantime, Tankus took his drink for the day. He's been sucking off the teat of the Brahmin.
Are you you drinking some Brahmin milk?
Yeah, straight
Ronnie.
from the teat.
Ronnie, you've not got any radiation damage at the moment, have you?
I don't think so.
Ram,
I've been
just
pretty good.
to remind you, ramen milk is one of the only cures for it. Brahmin milk, sorry.
We can milk them and
I
just
can't-
have a bunch of
That's-
ramen milk as we're going.
That's why we want to take all 8 of these Brahmin.
Because you're trying to set
I
up
kicked
some dairy and
Tank's
meat
head
production
and
as
put
well.
my
aren't you?
mouth on the teat. How many teats does a Brahmin have?
I
How
don't
many
know.
there's-
teats are on it? Like 4.
So,
There's
do I-
more
do
than
we get-
one fucking teat, like.
Yeah.
There is more than one.
Nah,
we get one
I
each?
wanna
And
do
there's
it.
more than
The only
one
thing is
fucking
double with the
Brahmin.
head.
There's 8 of them.
Nah, I'm
No.
doing the same one as you, just to make
has
it
to-
really creepy and awkward as we both suck on the same, not the same teat, but you know,
Right,
in the same area.
Same order.
Yeah, yeah.
Oliver,
In,
Yes.
what I rolled,
in your
did we
personal
get
space.
on that?
Sorry, Max.
From what I rolled, do we get an AP because I needed the one?
You do, mate. You only need 1, so that is an AP. You're up to 3. You're right. Sorry, mate. You're up to 3
No,
action
it's fine.
points. And you managed to repair this robot. And it blinks to life and it comes online. And it looks around and it goes, Master? Masters? Where are you, Masters? Who are these strange people? Hello? I'm well, I don't remember my name. They call me bitch. Hello.
I look at it. I look at the other 2 humans. I'm like,
Ronnie,
that
I
doesn't
think
even
I found your
dictate for a robot.
Ronnie's got like Brahmin milk all down her face. He's like, what?
You're-
I think I found your bitch.
You're not going to dress me up in those strange leather harnesses and make me do strange things with the Brahmin, are you, like those other men?
Well, I am now.
Dude. I look at
What
the dead bodies. It's like, all right,
What?
like give me a second. Like, Railroad goes over to where these guys were and just starts smashing their heads in. It's like, you are disgusting humans.
Are you just stomping on their heads?
Yeah. It's like, you are disgusting humans.
I'll let you just imagine what they've been doing with this robot.
Yeah. Ugh. Poor creature.
Can I get Red Alert to like interface with it? Can you like put a socket in it and like communicate like robot? I don't know how robots communicate. Do they?
Hello, how are you?
Can they?
Nah, I don't think so.
more.
I think that's kind of a too easy way for you to get too much information. It might have attached to it. It might have, if you were to open up its tape deck, so they have like a deck where you can put holotapes in. You might find a holotape in it that might have some information.
Okay, I'll
I know that
have you got a hidden
Securitron-
message? Have you got a hidden message for me?
I know Securitron has a printer.
Mm-hmm. You having a look to see if it's got any holotapes in it?
Yeah, and let's see if it's Star Wars then starts telling me shit.
Okay, so are you gonna take? So let's say it does have a holotape in it. Are you then gonna play that in your Pip-Boy? Because your Pip-Boy can play a holotape.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so you load it up, and the interface it's kind of buggy, and everything kind of moves around the screen a little bit, and it's like the software is corrupted. Things are jumping around the screen. You can't really move around the commands because your cursor's moving around randomly when you're not doing anything. So it appears that his programming might be a bit fucked.
And now your Pip-Boy is also corrupted because it had a virus.
I mean, should have got the update.
Huh.
So can I control this thing now with my special ability or
Yes.
whatever? Like,
So because
or
you
is it
took
more like a friend?
because you took Robot Wrangler as your last perk, you can now take this as your robot companion. Now,
Mhm.
let me just quickly.
Can I not? Does that not mean I can't make Red Alert my companion? Does it not mean I can exert my influence on him? Yeah.
But no. This isn't masks. You can't put influence on people.
Now I'm going to move it up to the PCs and companions section, Martin, so it's easier to find. Oh, I'm moving the wrong thing. Hang on.
So is it like the dog thing? I'll have like extra, stuff to click on for it, I guess.
Yep. And it's because you're level 5, your companions level up with you in this game, and every 5 levels they get a perk, so I gave it a perk. I need to try and remember what it was. You'll now find it in the PC section in the journal. Its perk... I haven't picked its perk yet. I've left its perk space blank for you to pick.
Oh! Can we pick the one that makes alcohol? That's the one I would like.
So that's not a perk. That is... There is a...
Upgrade.
There's a mod. There's a
upgrade.
robot mod for...
That's...
So I've thought about this, Martin, right? There's a robot mod for a water purifier. You can have a water purifier within a robot. And what I decided was if you wanted to make it a distillery to turn that to make alcohol, turn water into alcohol or turn fruit into alcohol, I would just take whatever the perk is that's required to make the water mod and just up it by 1. So if that's science 1, I would require science 2 for the alcohol thing. So I'll just basically make it the water mod but upgraded by 1. So that is something we can potentially do, yes.
But that's a upgrade, not a perk then.
So it's a mod, it's not a perk, so you'll be able to get that and still have a perk.
Sweet.
The companion perks are in the... I'm not even sure which book they're in. We'll have a check.
Settlers. It's in the Settlers.
It's in the Settlers. In the Settlers book.
Something happened.
So
We were frozen for a bit.
You should see his character sheet now. I've got his character name as Bitch. You can change it if you want, but they've been calling him Bitch. He doesn't have luck. He's got 1 damage reduction, physical, and energy. He's immune to radiation and poison. He has 10 hit points. He's got a pincer, a buzzsaw, and a flamer. And you can modify him. You can make him tougher, you can give him armor mods, you can give him behavior mods, you can do all sorts of stuff with him. But that's your level 5 perk. You now have a robot companion. So you should be able to move around the token, I think.
Yeah,
Yep.
I can move it.
Sweet. We can rename him as well.
I'm gonna let
No,
the
I
party name
bet
him.
you love the name. You keep it called Birch.
I'm gonna call him Bitty, so it sounds slightly better than
Bitty.
bitch. So Bitty, yeah. Like,
Bitty the
Is that
bitch.
because you were sucking off a tit a minute ago, and you were thinking
Yeah.
of Little Britain?
Yep. 100%.
You absolute fucking pervert.
You're on the fucking other nipple as I'm doing it, calling me a pervert. I mean,
Whose idea was it to
I-
suck milk straight
I
directly from the
didn't
nipple?
call it Bitty. I'm a fucking savage. I am literally like a fucking mutant cunt that
Yeah, I
looks
mean,
horrible
I'm
and
surprised that-
decrepit and
When you go to take a drink of Brahmin milk, I'm surprised you didn't just like pick up the cow and just squeeze it like a pimple.
yeah.
no, I did that when I was a kid and my mum told me off. She was like, see, when you go out there with that rabbit, don't be doing that there because that kills them. And then I went, okay.
Okay, so you have defeated the rust devils, which are these NPCs, these readers. I've put all their inventory into Discord so we can sort it out and not bog down the session with it. But you've scavenged the place. You've got all the stuff from here. You've got a new robot companion, and we can work out a way that you can get 8 Brahmin and possibly a generator back to Mirage. But I think we'll do that after a halftime break.
Oh,
Okay.
Let's take them 10 minutes, troops. See you soon. You are in the middle of this farm. There's no one else around now but 8 Brahmin. What would you like to do?
I will look over at Norm. It's like, Norm, what would be the best way to get them, like, he quotes, like, term wrangled? We can get them back there. I could set something up. I can make something to bring the generator. Maybe we can tie some of them together to drag it or at least carry it.
Now, between the common materials and the uncommon materials, you'd certainly have some rope. So you can certainly tie them all together, the Brahmin. You have things like a rug, bits of wood, a bed frame. You could easily make some sort of sled that you could drag the generator on. In fact,
I'll grab the rug and drag it out here.
in fact, I don't think I need you to make any kind of roll to do it. It's you're just MacGyvering something. You're just slapdashing something together. I don't think I need you to make any kind of skill roll to do it.
So we have a paper clip and a piece of twine, and we can make a tank. And I'm not talking about a character. I'm talking about a tank.
So you can MacGyver up something that will drag a generator back. Now this is a small generator. This powers like one small house. This isn't going to power the whole of Mirage again, but it's a start. It's going to give you some light in your main area or whatever. You could have like a main area could be powered. At the moment, Mirage has no power, none.
Exactly, it's a start.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a start, yeah.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's something like, keeps anything like, if it gets cold, it can at least maybe generate some heat for the people. They can have a little area where
You've just gotten lucky with that because it just happened to be on the map that I was using, but I thought, yeah, you can have a generator.
And yeah, I always think then, can I take it with me?
can I look at the letter again? Because I
Look at
want
what
to
again,
see if
Martin?
we know like the gang. I want to look at the letter that we found to see like this like Ivy. Like, is it from like I don't know? Is it on like official paper or
Nah,
something? Like, there's no
it's not.
clues.
So
to
it's
who these
yeah,
people
so it's
are.
not like written on Brotherhood letterheaded paper or
That's
something
not-
like that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not Institute letterheaded paper or Brotherhood letterheaded paper. No, it's just a scrap bit of paper, scrappy writing, very informal looking. But it does appear to be orders.
Surely from scrapping from these guys and scavenging, we would know they're raiders by now, no?
Yeah. They're clearly raiders, but they're just dressed a little different from other raiders that you've seen before. The rust seems to be like the highlighted parts of their armor. Like they seem to have polished the rust, like made the rusty bit shiny. It's weird.
And don't call me Shirley.
And the Assaultron and the
Sure.
Mr. Handy were all covered in extra armor. They're all covered in spikes and barbs and hooks and things. to
Except
make
for the
them-
one that that Ronnie now has.
Yeah. It's a Mr. Handy
Can
Valley
Biddy tell us about?
spray
Can
painted.
Biddy
biker.
tell us about the Raiders? Like anything about them? Like, or is they scramble? Like,
Yeah, no, okay, if you ask him, he'll tell you that he... So he'll tell you his story. He remembers... He's been around since before the war. And he's always been in this area, and he used to serve a family. In a nearby settlement, and somewhere in some farm that no longer exists anymore. And he has spent most of the last 200 years as a servant to some survivor, wastelander, or raider, or another. But then recently, within the last year, the last wastelanders that had him was a family, and they got murdered by this gang. These people murdered the family, and they kidnapped me.
No backstory.
Bitch. They kidnapped me, and they took me away, and they made me do horrible, embarrassing things, and they treated me like a slave, and they spat at me, and they called me names, and they dressed me up strange, and they made me do silly, embarrassing things, and I've had no dignity for some time now, and it's almost a relief to see them dead. I'm very grateful. I'm forever in your debt.
Can I program dignity back into his computational mind? Give him some shame back.
Possibly. You can probably do it. You can probably do it through social interaction with them. You can probably train it back into them. These are learning robots that do learn from human interaction. The Mr. Handy's a learning robot that learns from human interaction.
I mean, if I can do it with Chris Kid, I'm sure I can do a robot that's been molested. I'm sure I can bring it back around again. I'll be fine.
Yeah, you could. You could probably give it a good life. I mean, it looks like it's had a shitty life. It kind of shakes when it talks. It seems really, really, really nervous. It's like an
Does it
abused.
stutter? Does it stutter?
It's yeah, it does. It's like an abused dog. It is like an abused dog at the shelter. It's like cowering away. Yeah. Like you can see hope in its eyes, but at the same time, fear. Like paranoia, fear. It's just not sure. It's not trusted a person for a long time.
And its first image of me was watching me suck a Brahmin off in front of it. Yeah, that's not gonna mess it up.
But their eye stalks are all cameras.
Yeah.
So how are we gonna fucking safely get all these Brahmin back to our base? Because isn't that like half a day's or a day's?
It's 1.5 days journey the fast way, 2 days journey the slow way.
And do the Brahmin walk at a certain speed, like slower or faster than us? I don't know.
No, normal speed. In fact, when you do traveling, you can pick normal speed, half speed, or double speed. The Brahmin can keep up with whatever speed you choose.
Oh, okay.
And
Well, there's 4 of us, and if we each ride a Brahmin and put the rope round their neck, they'll just come with us, because Brahmin are like used for caravans and everything, and they're quite obedient creatures. They'll only run away if they get scared.
Question, Chris. Which neck?
It doesn't matter because it'll still be chained
They have
together.
2. They have 2.
I know, but as long as they're both, like the one on the left is right is tied to the one on the right's left.
That's confusing.
Yeah.
Right, so if you put your hands in front of you, right? Imagine that your pinky and your thumb are the Brahmin's heads.
Mm-hmm.
You would want to tie the two together, the thumbs
Actually,
together.
tie left to
So
right.
the
and
one
then
on
right
the
to
left
Yeah,
is going to be its right head, and the one on the right is going to be its left head.
Aye, so the right head of this one is tied to the left head of that one. And then its right head is tied to the next left head. Right, I've got you. So you've got them like in a line with their heads tied together. Okay.
And then what we're going to do is then tie a rope in between all of those, and then I'm going to punch the house really hard and turn it into a sled, and then we're going to call each one of the Brahmin. One of them is going to be called Rudolph
Dasher
because it got a punch in the nose. Dasher, Blitzen, Comet, and whatever the rest of the reindeer are called.
Whatever the hell.
Donna. I'm sure one of them's called Donna for some reason.
Donor.
Donner. Like it's like
Blitzen.
Comet.
Steven.
Comet, Cupid.
There's a Cupid, Comet, Cupid, Donna,
Blitzen. I
Blitzen.
think another one's like Blitzen or something like that.
Santa Claus is dead anyway. Santa Claus died in the Great War, I'm afraid.
You can die.
That'd be scary. Radiant Santa Claus.
I wonder if the North Pole was affected, because the whole Fallout canon is that nobody knows if Europe's even affected. There's no canon for Fallout outside North of America and China. There's no canon for outside
because
of North
Fallout
America
London
and
was
China.
a fan-made add-on.
It's completely fan-made, yeah, so the North Pole might be absolutely fine. In fact, of all the places that would likely be fine in a nuclear bomb-dropping apocalypse, the North Pole might actually be the one place that's alright. Santa's probably chilling.
So Santa is the
It
one
might
constant
might
that we
even
have.
be the
We know
safest
he's
place.
there.
Exactly, it might actually be the safest place on the planet, Scoon. That's what I'm thinking. It might actually be the safest place when the bombs drop. Might be the North Pole, like.
Well, there's Antarctica. That nobody messes with that.
There's nothing there, man. Eh? There's nothing there. It will be the
And-
safest place to be.
And if there will be any ghouls or whatever coming towards it, he has a whole army of elves, and they don't take shit.
They will steal your pants.
So I will see that you manage to tie up the Brahmin in a way that's gonna keep them from escaping as you walk back to Mirage. I don't need a skill roll for that. There's no animal handling in this. I'm happy to do that roll free.
Could we?
Probably like a survival roll,
we
maybe?
can't. The wheels of the wagon are
God,
completely busted.
they've been used for scrap for something decades ago.
Could we take off the loading part? Is it called the?
You mean the bed, like this bit?
Yeah, the loading bed.
Yeah,
Can we
yeah. Just take off the
disconnect it and
actual-
use it as a sled?
Yeah, she just want to take off like the trailer part. Yeah. I know
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
what you mean.
it's
yeah,
just
you
a metal
could.
frame.
You could. And
Because
again,
then I would say, well, take off the loading bed to make it so that it can easily slide over the ground. Tie that behind the Brahmin and put the generator on that.
yeah. So I think if you did that, if you tied that behind the Brahmin, maybe put some of the chain link fence underneath it so that it's got something that will kind of slide with
Yeah.
a curve like that
Yeah.
underneath it.
Yeah.
I'll let you do all this with no roll because you're describing to me how you're doing it. I don't need a roll for it. And yeah, you can set back on your way back to Mirage. Now we're gonna have to have a look at the map and look at like what time of the day it is and stuff. Bear with me a sec. Before we go,
Tank's head.
before we go, we
Loaded red.
check action points. I've got 2 and you've got 3, right? Okay.
Yeah, we are here.
Updating
And
the action
Mirage is
points.
here.
So it's 2 days
And we
if you go the country roads, and it's a day and a half if you go the interstate.
I
well,
would just do the interstate again.
I don't know if this Fallout world that you created does respawns, Otherwise, we can just take the main road again, and those super mutants would be still dead.
So technically, no, I don't do respawns. Dead. If something's dead, it's dead. Doesn't mean there's not something else there, though.
But I still think taking the main road again, like we did last time, is the best.
Yeah. So let me just think about time. So it was nighttime when you camped here. So we got so it's about evening time. So it's around about dinner time. It's about 6 o'clock in the evening just now. Okay. So it's 1.5 days. If you go this way, is that the way you want to go?
Yeah. I think that's the fastest and easiest way. Yes.
Okay. So journey difficulty. Choose a destination to determine how arduous it'll be. So, Schoon, I believe you lead the expedition. Or didn't we work out that actually Tank has better because his endurance is so high?
Yeah.
Yeah, your survival endurance is the best. So, Navigator decides if the journey will be cautious, normal, or hurried. So pick a speed.
Normal.
Okay. And then you assemble the dice pool. So, every no, so we start at 0, and every no gives us a 1. Is the journey along established routes between settlements? No. Are the PCs familiar with the area? Yes, because you're going the same way
we
you
are
came,
now.
so yes, you are. Is the area under the control of a friendly faction? No. Has the group been given good directions? Yes. Are obstacles in the path easily avoided or circumnavigated? No. So that's difficulty of 3, but that's not finished yet. So now we did normal speed. So that
Is
brings it
Oliver
down by
going
1.
to send 3 Deathclaws at us? Yes.
So we bring the difficulty down by 1 for the normal speed. Okay, so navigation test. The navigator makes a navigation test, and the rest of you do your assist. So, Tank, you roll 2 dice. Survival, endurance. You've got your difficulties 2. That's 2 successes. So, the rest of you get an assist, 1 dice. So just hit the roll to assist button, and anything here you get is for action points.
I'll just do a perception again. Perception survival.
Perception, survival, okay.
So I'll look around. Yeah, that's 2.
That's 2 successes.
2
So you
successes.
gain 2 action points, right, Max? And oh, that's another one. So you gain 3 action points. You're up to full action points. Martin, roll 1 dice.
So am I rolling to it?
You're only rolling for complications now. In fact, here's the thing. You've got maximum action points. You can't actually benefit from this, but you can still get a complication. So you might want to not roll this. Because you've got max action
Okay, I
points.
won't roll that. Yeah.
But,
I'm happy.
so, you have 1 complication because your range is 19 to 20. So we get to do a complication. So, you arrive at your destination once we resolve all complications. So, where are the journey complications? Okay, roll me a d20, someone. Six. An essential piece of gear broke during the journey. I'm gonna be
No.
cruel. I'm gonna be cruel here.
No.
Yeah, the generator's fucked. The generator.
You dick.
The generator is fucked. It may be fixable, but it's basically it fell off the sled. You hit a really big pothole. The generator fell off the sled and it's broken, and it may need some parts to fix it. But that's going to be your complication. We may now resolve the rest of the. So wait, journey complications, and then for each navigation complication, roll around the one. Okay, roll me another d20. $11. Okay. A group of wastelanders approaches the group asking for help. They're freezing and desperate. So a group of wastelanders approaches you somewhere along your journey. Do you help them or do you turn them away?
I look at everybody else.
Let's say there's 6 of them.
Give us a bit more context.
Okay, so it's a family of humans, man, wife, and 4 children.
Ah, fuck them. There's more of them than there is of us, right? Let's keep going.
You're an evil, evil, evil man. Right. So
Do they look like?
maybe
Do they look?
if-
Do they look like hard workers? Like, are they farmer people, for example?
they are a
There might be
family
some
of
use in
they
it.
are a family of farmers.
Do they know?
They're not gonna
about
come with
they
that?
us.
belong to Mirage.
They might come
They
with
could
us.
take
They
care
might
of
be
the
able to help.
Brahmin.
Oh, they won't fucking help. I've played Fallout. What's gonna happen here is we're gonna go on a fucking fetch quest to somewhere that's gonna be filled with fucking death claws because they lost a fucking toy for one of their kids. No, we're not fucking helping them. Stick on the mission. Let's fucking get Mirage moving. Fuck the people.
Okay. So that is
Take
definitely
people with us.
Brothers,
I'll be like, you guys.
that's one
You
vote for
can
not
come with
help
us
them.
if you can.
I'm keep walking.
Help them.
I'm keep walking.
Red alert's voting for not helping them. Norm.
I'm not
Normally, I
helping
would-
them. I'm
I
just saying they
wouldn't-
can. Them come with us.
I would almost want them to join because if they are farmers, they could help in Mirage.
So we're 2-2 on the votes.
Mhm.
So
Right, I'll flip my vote then,
No,
just to make life easier. Right,
No,
let's
no,
fucking
no,
help them.
no,
Let's
I
help them.
I have a robot to do the other vote anyway, so it's 3.
Nah, the
3
robot
against
doesn't
2
get a
anyway.
player vote.
Seven.
That's no fair.
Are you saying robots aren't? You saying robots aren't people?
100%.
Well, then why does Red Alert get a vote?
I know
'Cause he's
exactly.
a
The
player
logic
character.
is flawed.
And difference between
It's not the robot.
He's
It's
actually
PCs and
the main
NPCs. It's PCs and NPCs. That's what's relevant. Right. So before we get to
Fair enough.
the intersection, we need to do a night's rest. So that is the camping rules.
Did we had a camp there nearby?
You had a camp. Yeah, you did have a camp nearby. So give me a survival perception. Difficulty 3, but it's a team test, so you can all chip in for it to find that camp. And then you won't have to use any materials, or you'll have to use half materials.
Survival perception.
Survival perception, difficulty 3.
I have 12, so I think I will have the highest one to do the starting one.
And if you can find
Yep.
the camp, I'll say you can build a campsite for half materials.
No, for no materials because we used our old camp.
Yeah, but some
And
of it
at
will be
least one
stripped away by
success.
scavengers.
Nah, they don't care about that.
Right, so assists. We need 2 more successes. Anyone?
I'm doing it now.
Nope.
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 You need 2 successes with 1 roll,
Okay.
Chris. Is,
Huh?
is survival a tagged skill for you?
No.
You can't get 2 successes then. Okay. So, you will make a campsite again, and you didn't find your old camp. Yeah, you're only rolling 1 dice on an assist, mate.
So that would be only 1 success then. So we had 2 successes in total.
Yeah, and I wanted 3. So,
I should have rolled that to start with. The dice
Yeah,
rolled
everyone is 20 hindsight.
yep. Okay, so, campsite. Tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. You can do up to a tier 4 with common and uncommon materials. It's tier 5 where you start needing rare materials. What would you like to do? Each tier is the number of features.
Can Red Alert not re-roll with luck?
He can re-roll with luck if he wants.
Because he's got a 9, so he's got more chance of getting it. We only need 1 success.
You'll need 1 more success, is true. Would you like to spend a luck and re-roll your assist?
I could also re-roll my one.
You could re-roll your
15.
15. Let Scoon re-roll his first. He's got a better chance.
Okay.
So I'll take 1 less luck. Oh. There, and roll to assist. Perception. Survival.
Oh my god, that's
That's a
okay.
complication. Now, you can't re-roll a re-roll. So that is a complication. So that's going to be a complication in the night. And I'll do that
Nope.
later.
Nothing for me. Not
Okay,
gonna work.
so you failed to find the old campsite, so you will have to spend full amount of materials. What tier of campsite would you like to build?
45.
4 was the magic
Biggest
number,
one.
because 4 gives you the comfortable bedding, the campfire, the shelter, and another thing. 4
Yep.
was the magic number, I think. And it's 5 common and 3 uncommon
we need-
materials.
Do we need specialized shelter for the Brahmin? Or are they like, you don't have to worry about them?
Oh, that's a good question, Martin. I think
I mean, I'm
Why
not-
did
no,
you
but I mean,
remind
do we
him
have-
of that?
because you've got 8 Brahmin with you, I think it's
Uh.
going to cost you double materials to build your camp.
But we do have those other people with us, so they may be able to keep watch. But maybe
So they can
camp
help.
has to be
They can
bigger.
help you with building
don't
it, but
know.
you're going to need to build a
Yeah.
bigger camp. So that just kind of negates. They're going to be the help building a bigger camp.
So I don't know. You work it out. But I was just like, I didn't know if the Brahmin would all run off in the middle of the night if we rolled really bad or something.
What tier would you like to do, guys? And we'll talk about how you're going to do that.
Then I think we can only do tier 1, can't we?
No. Finished campsites have a number of features equal to their tier plus 1 extra for every 3 action points they spent after resolving the test. So you've still got to make the test, but you could do up to a tier 4 because you've got uncommon materials. Tier 4 would cost you 10 common and 6 uncommon. Let me see what you've got.
We have 16 common,
You've got 16 common and
2 uncommon.
there's 2 uncommon there, but there's also 2 uncommon in my notes here. So you could do a
So
tier
4
3.
uncommon?
You've got 4 uncommon, so you could do a tier 3.
Are we going to do tier 3 then?
Right. So I'll get rid of the
Yeah,
6
sure.
common and the 2 uncommon here. And then I get rid of the 2 uncommon here and another. So they're gone, and we need how many common? 8. So I'll get rid of the 6 that are on there and another 2 from here. So you're now down to 14 common materials. Right, but you've got to make the test, so how do we do the test? One of these days we'll actually learn this rule, like. So you make a group intelligence test using appropriate skills to contribute to building the site. So remember, it's intelligence, but whatever skill you can justify it with. So we have a group test, so we have one person makes the main roll with 2 dice. Now you're needing 3 successes because it's difficulty 3. So the main person rolls.
I would make it survival because I think it's logical to build a surviving.
Yep. So survival
It
intelligence.
would
then.
make a 9 for me to make it.
Okay. I will advise you. Oh no, you can't spend action points on this. You can only spend them on. Yeah, you can't spend them on this. It's a different thing. There's no action points on this. Yeah, there's no action points on this. Okay. Make your main test then, Scoon.
There,
There's
2 successes.
You need 1 more, guys, from your assists. Everybody roll 1 dice to assist. And you can pick something other than survival. As long as you use intelligence, you can use another skill. Because it's a group intelligence.
Intelligence!
And remember, if you fail this, you still manage a tier 1 camp. You still get 2 tiers lower on a fail. So let's get. If you get one more from the assist, then you've got a success. But then you can actually spend action point to make it better. Okay. Ronnie and Tank, make your assists. Okay, Ronnie.
Oh, mine's not rolled. I thought I rolled. Hold on. Let's do it all again.
There you go.
Oh no, it's going through now.
There's your 3 successes.
Right.
Now, that has you achieved a tier 3 campsite. If you want, you can spend 3 action points per tier to make it better. So for 3 action points, you could have a tier 4, and for 6 action points, you could have a tier 5.
Take the AP and give us a 4.
Okay, so 3 action points, and you're getting a tier 4. So you can have a campfire, so that you've got no cold exposure, and a shelter, so you've got no weather exposure, and you can have comfortable bedding, so you will all get well rested tomorrow again. Now, quick rules change. The way we've been playing well rested is you have 2 extra hit points for the rest of the day. It doesn't actually work like that. As soon as you lose them, you don't have them anymore. So we're changing that rule that we've been playing. But you can now have your pick between an alarmed site, a clean site, a concealed site, and a defensible site. You don't need a cooking station because you've got lots of cooked food. So would you like to have alarmed, cleaned, concealed, or defensible?
Oh, defensible.
Defensible.
Defensible. Okay. So this site has makeshift walls and other structures built to provide optimal cover from attacks. While making use of your defenses, characters gain 2 cover, and this feature may be chosen multiple times. Increase cover by 1 to a maximum 4 for each instance after the first. Now, because you got a complication earlier, I am going to roll something to see if you get any campsite visitors.
Damn it, he remembered.
1 to 10 and it's nothing. 15. Okay, so another person comes up to your camp in the night, and they come up and they're like kicking rocks as they come to deliberately make noise to not like scare you, and they come walking with their hands in the air, and it's just one person, freezing cold, like his face is blue, he's so cold. Please, please, please. Let me share your camp. I'm on the road trying to find shelter. Please, can I share your camp for the night, please, my friends?
I look at
If you are our friends, what's my name?
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I don't mean to assume. Please, my name is Simon.
What did he say?
He says his name is
we already
Simon.
got this family. I don't think we need another one.
Simon says.
Yeah, even I'm like, I think we're full, like, even Ronnie's got fucking levels. She's like, we've got a fucking family with kids and a shitload of Brahmin, so
So you're
bye,
so you're
sorry.
turning them away.
Next-
Noted. I love it.
I mean, I'll check with Tank, I guess, but, you know.
Tank smash.
As if Tank is the best choice for this. He would definitely say nope.
What's wrong with him?
He's just
They just don't have a camp for the night?
He doesn't have a camp. He's on the road trying to find a settlement. He's on the road and he's looking for a place to rest for the night, and he's looking for somewhere to camp.
That sounds like a really fucking stupid thing to be doing. What's he wearing currently? Is he wearing like just normal clothes?
2 seconds. I'm removing things that are on the GM's layer. He's wearing normal Wastelander clothes. Nothing special at all. Just just normal. Just absolute normal.
Has he got any booze? Has he got any booze? Any food?
I
anything to trade?
I'd add him in the condition that he hands over all of his booze, materials, and caps.
Okay. Roll 1d20. Gives you 2 caps. And
that's friggin' stupid. The one that we want fucking the opposite is a 2. That's supposed to be good in this game.
and roll me 2d20. Six and 7, 13. He hands you a bourbon.
Right, good. Right. No, fuck off. No, you can stay.
I've added a bourbon to the list here. So that's another bourbon. Okay, now. There's nothing else happens during the night. You all can have well rested. Now remember, first, we must all eat and drink. We must all eat and drink for the day. So let's sort that out.
Mashed potatoes and a beer.
So you're having a beer and a mashed potatoes, yeah?
Yeah.
A lot of rampage.
I'll just take one of the grilled red roaches.
Grilled red roach.
Beer and... Did you have an Instamash, did you, Chris? Or the crisps?
Instamash.
Right, so that's times 2.
But you can't eat radiated food, can't you? Have the shit food and let me have the nice food.
Oh, all right, give me some of your irradiated food then.
Oh well, you can have it all.
What do you have? What do you have? What do you have? What do you have? Go look at your character sheet. You tell me what I'm having for dinner then. Fucking.
You've got.
It's good. What are you having? While they argue, what are you having to eat? You've got mute fruit, squirrel brits, grilled rad roach, fancy lads, razor grain, canned dog food, potato crisps.
I'll take one of the grilled red roaches.
You take a grilled rad roach, okay?
And we also need to drink, right?
Yep. There's a Nuka-Cola there. There's one purified water, one Nuka-Cola, and everything else is alcohol. But Chris, you've already had a beer.
I'll take the Nuka-Cola.
So you're taking the Nuka-Cola. Okay, so you may generate 1 action point. It's 1 action point when you have a Nuka-Cola, isn't it?
Yep. And he gets a coin.
So that gives you an action point and 1 bottle cap as well. You get 1 plus 1 cap. Okay, so that's your food and drink done. Tank's food and drink done. Ronnie, what are you doing?
And I have 8
the
caps
mashed
now.
potato that Tank was gonna have.
Right, okay, so the Instamash is times 1 now. Okay.
And then I need some alcohol as well. I don't know what alcohol we've got left.
So there is alcohol, there is 2 bourbons, a beer, and a moonshine.
They don't give you any more advantages, do they?
A beer
Like,
gives you a
really?
reroll. A beer actually gives you a reroll. They do actually give you advantages, but you're about to go to sleep, so you're not going to get the advantages. But you do need some liquid, or you're thirsty.
I guess they do. Yeah, I'll just have the beer then.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you can also gain plus 1 cap, because it's a bottle cap. So plus 1 to your cap.
You have the water, mate. Because
I mean,
you'll get the advantage of the alcohol later. No, don't drink the alcohol now. Drink it later. Drink the water to get rid of the thing, and you're not irradiated.
Okay. Yeah, fair
You can
enough.
do that.
Yeah, I'll
So you
do
drink
that
the
then.
purified water. I'll put the beer back on the sheet, because you can take advantage of the beer and get rerolls from it, and also not be hindered by your alcoholism, because you suffer on charisma rolls currently unless you've had a beer. Right, okay, that's food and drink done, so you may now rest. So the night passes, you wake up the next day. The winter is brutal. There's the sound of the area is, there's no wildlife when you wake up. Normally you would hear wildlife, you would hear rad stags, and you would hear birds, and you would hear bloatflies, and you would hear stingwigs, but there's nothing. It seems just as if the whole world is frozen still. You see your breath. In fact, the snot running from your nose when you wake up in the morning kind of freezes on your nostrils. It's cold. It's hella cold, but you don't take any damage from it through the night. You don't have any exposure. And you all wake up well rested. You will all have the +2 extra hit points today again. So, you should be on full hit points. What's your maximum, Chris? 18, so you should currently be on 20. Ronnie, what's your normal maximum?
It's usually 14,
14,
but I've got
so you're,
16 now.
so you're 16 out of 14,
16,
that's right.
Yeah,
16 out of
from last
14,
time,
yeah.
so-
And Red Alert can do something tinkering, which
Yeah, it's a tinker is basically what.
gives you the same benefits, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
you're 17 out of 15. Okay, it's the next day, folks. You have already rolled for the travel, so you don't have to roll again for the rest of the travel. You can just make it to Mirage.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Right, and that cunt that we took in last night wasn't dodgy, no?
No, he's not robbed you. He was genuine. He was genuinely just looking for shelter and to share your fire.
And that family, did they rob us?
Nope, they've not robbed you. Oh, but we don't just arrive back in Mirage. I forgot. We have the Lexington Interchange first, don't we? Now, it's daytime, so there's no... So what are we on? 2 and 4. I'll just copy them. There's no like low light to worry about this time, but you find yourselves back at Lexington Interchange. And it's light, so I'm gonna give you, like, how many zones is it? Oh, it's a lot of zones. Right, okay, so give me. I want.
You can get it.
You can do it as a group. I want a survival perception with difficulty 5, but you can do it as a group.
Would that be spoon?
Survival
I
perception.
think it's Schoon, yeah. So there's 1. So you need 4 successes between your 3 assists.
Yeah, I can now only assist, so.
Where's my token?
There's another one.
Up.
That's 2 successes. We need 3 more. Tokens are up here. Nope.
What you doing, Ronnie?
Ronnie's
Yeah, the
always
problem
like
that
looking
Ronnie
it
did
up.
was
Ronnie-
rolling it herself first, even though I have a higher target number.
I'm going to assume that you're failing this one.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, there's 1
Yeah.
success. But unfortunately, it's not enough. But as you
3
move,
successes.
as you move down the highway, I'm going to give you the same roll again at a lower difficulty. So I would now like it with a difficulty of 3. So Schoon, if you want to roll first.
Yeah, probably would.
Again, survival perception.
Survival perception difficulty 3 this time. And this is just as you move further down the highway. There's 2.
That is 2 successes. Come on, assists.
Go on, assisters. We only need 1. There we go. So, you will now see something. Okay, and we'll get yours as well, Tank, just to see if you get an action point.
I did do mine.
Oh, you did do
I
yours.
failed.
Ah, right, okay. So you will now see something. Something fun.
Uh-oh.
And I believe
Another sex robot.
I believe he's actually watching as well. The guy that was discussing this with me last night. Because I was looking at Scoon's chat and it looks like no, Scoon. 2 death claws. One's not enough, remember? Remember the conversation last night? You spot further down the highway 2 death claws. They seem to be picking up cars and looking under them, opening car doors. They look like they're scavenging. Looking for something almost. But you see 2 death claws further down the highway. And that's on the main route that you came down. So this was the road that you came down. You're going back the other way, and there are 2 death claws. They have not seen you yet. How would you like to proceed? Tank's fucking charging.
Well, they're gonna see us, aren't they? With all the fucking Brahmin and families and some kids.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like
You've
no
got 5.
chance.
You've got
There's no chance we can.
yeah.
Get
You've got 7 NPCs and 8 Brahmin behind you. They are going to see you eventually. Now it looks like Tank's charging off. Are you, Tank?
Of course, it's Tank.
The rats can go past.
You what? Sorry, say again, Chris. You broke up.
Tank's gonna run distraction, and everyone else can go past unless they want to fight.
Ah, okay. So you're going to try and distract the 2 of them into a fight while the rest of them get past, or are you going to try and get them to chase you?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna fight them. I'm gonna fight them to the death.
Oofed. Okay.
I'm determined I can take on 2 death claws.
Okay, so,
He's gonna
Right.
do a noble sacrifice.
let me just pull up the initiative tracker then.
And I think we all need to do initiative, even though...
It's already up, unless you may have to redo it, because sometimes it only passes over for the GM and not for the players. Is yours there?
It was
Nope.
there, but there was nothing in it.
Ah, okay. So I've got double for everybody now.
There's nothing in it for us.
Double trouble.
Prepare for trouble and make it double. To protect the world from devastation. To unite all people within our nation. To announce the
Right.
evil. The
Are you
truth
trying
is
to
out,
hide from
no
them at
reach
all, Chris, or
for
are you just charging in?
stars above.
No, I'm charging in. Not trying to hide. I'm not trying to sneak. I'm trying to get their attention towards me while the rest of the group can sneak by if they choose to.
Okay.
Don't
So
think
when
it's
you
gonna work, but
when you
okay.
come round this bit, are you walking round the ambulance, climbing over the ambulance? What are you doing for this bit?
I thought we moved it out of the way the last time.
I
Smash
moved it.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
did-
it-
Remember last
yeah,
time
you
I
moved
moved
Yeah,
it?
was that one? It was, right? Aye, so you can just get
Yeah.
past that. Right. You'll still need to kind of push it aside a little bit more to get past. There's only a narrow gap. And when you do, that's when the Deathclaws will turn and look at you. Now,
Yeah, so we will not have time to get away.
unless you want to do something first. Now, that was as you're coming past it. Unless you want to initiate the combat, Chris, they're about to. So, unless you want to charge, they're going to.
I think that you've moved my character too much. I think I was still behind that fucking ambulance and didn't decide that I was going any further yet.
Are you not moving past it? Right, okay. So they are still slowly moving up the highway.
I think that I have no. Fucking, they haven't moved. I have told the rest of the team to fucking sneak past, and I was gonna go and attack. So how are you guys gonna fucking sneak past? Are you gonna go down that wee intersection and go around, or what are you gonna do?
There is a step ladder there.
We've already established sneaking is not able to because we have friggin' 8 Brahmin that don't listen to sneak.
Also, Chris, I like your plan, but how are you going to get the Brahmin down a step ladder?
Have you ever pushed a cow?
It is biologically,
Tipping is a thing, right?
It's a biological fact.
Since no one wants my plan to work, fuck it. Here, lads, you ever seen this fucking super sledge? Because it's in your face. There you go.
and I want to tell you, it's a biological fact that cows can only go up a stairs, not down.
2 successes.
2 successes. Now, let me just check something, Chris.
That's an AP.
They have defense 2. It's not an AP. They have defense 2.
Oh, that do.
Right, body part. Torso with 4 vicious. So that's 7 with 4 vicious. So that's 11 damage with 4 breaking on the torso. His physical damage resistance is 6 on his torso. So 5 damage gets through, but you break 4 resistance. So his torso resistance is now only 2.
And he gets internal bleeding.
And he gets a crit. No, hang on. Let me check that, Chris, because I think a Deathclaw is a large creature. Yep. So a Deathclaw is a big creature. Big creatures suffer a critical. No, it's suffer a critical hit if an attack inflicts 7 or more damage after resistance. You have to hit for 7 or more on a big creature. It's the same with the Mirelurk Queen. But you have hit it for.
9.
What did I say went through?
5.
No, 11, and it's got 6. So 5 goes through. So you have hit it for 5 damage, and you've reduced its armor on its torso down to 2 from 6.
Okay. And I'm going to spend an AP and do it again.
That's 2 AP.
Spend an AP. Is it 2 AP?
2 AP to
do
attack
another
again.
attack?
Yeah.
Oh, you have action,
Okay.
right?
No, action point
And
just means
then
it doesn't
I'm
increase
gonna-
the difficulty.
And then I'm gonna take an additional dice, so that's 3 AP.
Yep.
And I'm gonna go again. And then that's 4.
Ooh.
Okay, well you've got action voice, so the difficulty doesn't increase, so that's
No.
2 action points gained. Yeah, you can roll damage. Watch this. Watch Chris just kill 2 Deathclaws. That's how easy it is.
Dude.
I'm gonna spend a luck to re-roll 3 of those.
Okay. Spend a luck, reroll 3.
Ooh.
See, I'm only because
Yeah, it's really annoying that it says roll additional combat dice,
and it just rerolls the
but
whole
it
thing.
just rerolls all of them plus what you
what I
add
do when
to
that
it.
happens is I just count the first 3 dice. So he's got
Yeah.
But still,
so he's got 2 in an effect. So you've got 4, 5, 6, 7 with 2 effects. Right.
So
Okay.
you-
So it's 9 damage with 2 more breaking. What's the body part?
Let's hope for a torso.
Hope for torso, aye. That is the torso. So you break the last 2 of his armor there. So he's got his reduction there becomes nothing. Shit. His reduction there becomes nothing. The damage is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But he does reduce 2 initially. So it's 7 damage. Okay.
that's
And that's a
not
crippled
too,
torso.
That's a crippled torso. So he's... Yeah, that is a crippled torso. So at the end of his turn, he will roll for internal bleeding. Alright, Tank, that's your turn. But that was just initiating combat. So now we go into initiative order. And it is Norm.
I'll
I was like, oh shit.
move here, but it will be way too hard still to attack.
I'm saying that is an MVP of the game. That's fucking cool, Chris. What I got you?
Yeah, it's going to be a very, very, very difficult shot. Because you'd be shooting over this. You could probably only see its head. You'd have to pick the body part head, which would make the difficulty 1 more even.
I'll just move an extra to there.
Just taking the sprint action to move again. Okay, so now the Deathclaws. So this one's going to attack Chris. Let's see how much damage we can do to Chris. Yeah. Wow, what's my action
2
point
hits and he's dead.
situation? I've got 2. I'm going to spend 1. Oh,
2
so
successes.
I get 1 back, so I've got 2 action points. I'm going to put them straight into the damage.
Oh my god, you really want to have it.
I want to hurt him at least. A
Five
five with
with
3
3
piercing. Right, what's your physical reduction on this body part, Tank? 9, 10, 11. Right arm.
I think it's 6.
I think it
Hold
is
on,
6
physical.
as well.
Yeah, it's 6.
6, so I'm ignoring 3 piercing, so you've got 3 reduction, so you take 2 damage to your right arm. 2 damage to your right arm.
Damn, that's good.
And I don't have the action points to make a further attack, but this other one's going to move and attack you as well. And I'll put my action point straight into the damage. That's a bit better. 7 with 4 piercing. Right, okay, so I'm ignoring 4 of your reduction this time. On your torso. So you've got 6 reduction on your torso, right? So that's 7 with 2 reduction, so that's 5 damage on your torso. That's a crippled body part.
He's too happy about it.
I am.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And it's Red Alert's turn, Max.
Wait.
Right?
I don't get a crippled torso because adamantium skeleton means that I need 6 damage.
That's right, I
so
don't get
I
crippled
don't
body
get
part.
internal bleeding.
Nice, nice.
Glad to know your perks. It's always good to know.
Yeah, it's good to know your perks. Like that's what I mean about 2 death claws. It's not tough for a level 5 group because you have 20 perks. Level 5 means 20 perks when there's 4 of you. Right, Red Alert. What are you doing? Move in.
That doesn't mean they are good perks because one of them I have is intense training, which doesn't really do a lot.
It does though.
In this
It gives
way.
you a higher stat. Is that you done, Max? You just moving, yeah?
Yeah, no, I was already there. I'm moving here,
Right. Okay.
and,
So
I see giant dead claw. I'm like, We have what? 3 AP.
you have 3 AP. Yeah. Now it's 2 zones away, and you've got the ambulance in between you.
Can I get on top of it?
That would mean it would mean 2 things. That would mean sprinting, which is a major action, and it would also cost you an action point because it's difficult terrain.
Okay, I'll spend that one like that.
Okay. So you're spending the action point, and you've now done a major action. So if you wanted to attack, it'll now cost you 2 action points.
I'm gonna take 2 action points and jump down and smash her right into the head.
You can't move again. You've already sprinted.
Oh, okay.
You can't move any further. It'd have to be a missile
I'll
attack.
just stay right there. I'll just wait until my turn again.
You could make a missile attack. You don't have missile weapons?
I got laser weapons,
Yeah,
but they're not gonna do as much damage.
I hit it with a. You might as well take a shot at it, mate. You're in the next zone. What's your range on your missile weapon?
Nah, I don't want to waste the AP on that one.
You don't want to waste it? Right, okay.
Somebody else go.
Cool. Ronnie. Martin, it's your turn.
And
I don't
Oliver,
want
it is
to.
already 10 past 10 here.
Ah, right, okay. I think we'll just wrap up this conflict and then we'll get back to Mirage and close the session there then, Spoon. Won't
Does
take
my
us long.
robot get to go on my turn, or does it get to go on a special?
Your robot goes on your turn. I forgot to add it to the thing, and I'll do that just now.
Yeah, I was just gonna. Yeah, because its initiative's higher than mine, so I didn't know if you were gonna just do it all together or not.
It can just go on your turn, yeah.
Okay, cool. So the plan is we have to basically kill them to get past them, right? Because there's only one route out, so
Pretty
we have to
much.
attack pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, I'm cool with that. So my robot don't have distance attack, so he won't be doing much.
I think he has a flamer.
Yeah, but don't you have to get quite close to use that? Like,
Yeah, it's still a
I
fairly
don't-
close
like-
weapon, yeah.
it's not like my gun thing.
No.
Oh, that's a
I
hammer, is it? Yeah, it's close range.
yeah. I guess is this something I can stand on? This
It costs you an
like,
action
whatever.
point because it's difficult terrain, but yes.
But then I guess do I get? Then I've got like good line of sight, right, to kill the monsters from up here.
Yeah, but it's 1, 2, 3 zones away, and you've got a medium range gun, so that is +1, +2, +3 difficulty, and it's already a 2 difficulty to hit it. It would be a 5 difficulty.
Yeah, it's impossible.
It's a
I
difficult
guess
shot.
because I'm worried that Tank might get killed. So I guess can I just? What's the furthest zones I can get to? Can I get to
2.
where Tank
You
is?
can, you can use sprint to move 2 zones, but that's only
get,
1
like-
zone. If you don't go in the thing and you keep your action point, that's 1 zone. So anywhere within there or there is 2 zones. That one or that one.
Nah, oh yeah, that's fine. I just
Okay.
worried if Tank goes down or something. Yeah.
Did you really miss him?
Now
I
that
mean, he does
that was sprint. To move that far is sprint, which is a major action. So if you wanted to now take an attack, you could. It would cost you 2 action points, but it is only 1 extra zone away now. So it would be 3 difficulty to hit it from there.
Oh well, I might as well then.
Might as
It's
well have
that
a shot.
close. Yeah, I'll
So
do
it'd be
that.
3
But is it
difficulty to hit him
difficult
from
to
there. Now you've got this one hasn't been hurt, and he's 3 difficulty. This one has been hurt, and he's 4 difficulty.
Yay! I got a 3.
There you go. That hits that one. If you want to hit that one.
Yeah, with my rifle.
Now remember.
Why does it look like you rolled a 20?
Ooh. Right, 4
Oh.
physical damage. Okay, what body part? 3 is the
3, which is
groin.
groin.
This one
No, you mean the
still
cloaca
this one still has his full 6.
or the hemipenis?
He still has his full 6 damage reduction, so he's not going to take any damage from that, I'm afraid.
Well, at least I
Otherwise,
tried.
it was
I
in their
mean,
hemipenises because they are chameleons.
They are actually, yeah. It's a chameleon that it was a chameleon's
Yeah.
DNA that it was created from. That's right, actually.
It's a mutated chameleon.
Yeah, it is. Tank,
That's why
shoot
they
him.
can camouflage and go invisible.
That's right.
yeah, I'm the robot. I mean, he's
Oh
gonna
yeah, the
follow
robot.
me.
Sorry. Aye, so the robot to move to the
it'll
same
just-
zone would be a sprint.
Yeah, it'll do. Yeah, it's just gonna hang out where I am in case I need help.
Okay.
Yep. That's
Right,
fine,
tank. That's 3 successes.
3 successes.
Which one was that one?
Alright.
You gain an action point.
Let's go for the one that isn't weak in the torso, so then we can hopefully break its
Break its
armor.
armor as well. I like that. Okay.
Yep.
He's on full hit points as well, that one.
Ooh.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
13
10 with 3
damage.
vicious, so that's
hitting the head.
that's 13, right? What body
Hitting
part?
the head.
What body part? Because you're breaking 3 of its armor. On its left arm. So on its left arm, it has only 3 armor now.
That's why
And
these are so hard to kill.
so it still reduces 6, and it's reducing 6 from 13, so that's 7. So that is also a crippled right arm.
Dude, I say
So
swing again.
it can't use that claw.
You can't use that claw now.
So,
It also means it can't
So-
use its slam attack, which is it can pick things up. It can't do that now.
now that I've injured that one, if you guys want to aim, kind of, so that you like hit that bit if you're going to
Its
fire at
torso.
it. Do you know what I mean? No, not its torso. It's
Oh yeah,
arm,
that was its, that
'cause
was
the
its,
arm's
that
going
was
to be
its left
reduced.
arm, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna go for the other big cunt. So that's
Okay.
2 AP, right?
Yep.
And then I'm gonna spend the last AP to
Roll a third
add an
dice.
extra dice
Okay. Difficulty is
to
2.
make sure that it
You
hits.
do know that the only way my aim is better is when you leave me some action points, right?
Well, he's just
There you
generated
go.
2 for you.
Yeah,
There you
yeah,
go.
The reason that I keep spending an AP on the second one is because I have a higher chance of getting a crit if I have 3 dice.
Mhm.
Um,
And you've just generated 2 from that. You may roll the damage.
Yeah.
Ooh. 7 with breaking,
10.
with 3 breaking. It's 10. 10 with 3 breaking, right. Which body part? Torso. He already has 0 resistance on his torso. So you're hitting him for 10 damage. You've killed him, mate. That is 1 Deathclaw down already.
Fucking man. I'm glad we get a fucking sledgehammer.
Watch Tank just kill 2 Deathclaws like it's nothing. I'm telling you, 2 Deathclaws is not a hard fight. Like.
No, I know I killed little humans, but this dude's only killing. We haven't even modded this fucking hammer yet either.
Norm.
I'm going
Shit, we can get Robotic to do that shit.
1 up, and I'm going to attack that Deathclaw.
Are you going on top of the thing? On top of the
No.
ambulance? Or just
Oh, yeah,
going,
there's
like,
only
right beside
one-
of it?
Yeah, I'm going on top of it. Why not?
Okay, so that's an action point. As it's difficult terrain.
Okay.
But you're now in the next zone.
This means I'm not able to aim, am I?
Not if you've moved. Unless you spend... you can spend the last action point to take aim as your second minor action.
Yeah, but then I can't add any damage to it because I need
'Cause there's
action
no
points
action
for
points.
that.
Correct.
When you buy one,
You can always... You remember, when it's for extra dice, you can always buy them. You can always buy them if it's for
Yeah.
extra dice.
How much do you have?
I have... 0.
Yeah, I'll buy one.
Okay.
To take aim.
Okay, so you're taking aim and you've got the accurate, so that means you can add extra. You can add extra damage dice without adding extra bullets. Sick. Okay. Let's see how you do with your
I'm going
attack. What's your range on this gun?
Close.
Close. So it's difficulty is 3 because it is technically in the next zone.
It close. Yeah, it's 3. Damn it.
Difficulty is 3.
Oh, let's try it.
That's at least 2. Oh, that's 2.
Yeah, you can
he
already
didn't roll
see if
this.
it's 3 because then you see a green line on it.
Yeah. You could spend a luck and re-roll one of them, trying to get 2 successes.
You know what?
We're near,
Fuck
very
it,
near,
let's
very
do
near
it.
the end of the session, mate. For when it comes to spending luck, you might as well. I'm gonna finish up this encounter, get home, and then it's gonna be the end of the session. So you might as well.
Let's see. That is perception. Energy weapons.
There you go.
Oh.
Oh no, that's
Oh.
so that's still 2 successes, isn't it? So it's not a hit. Okay.
Yeah.
Unlucky. Now the death claws. So well, the death claw. There's only one, so he's gonna attack you, Tank. Now.
Not gonna attack me because I tried to hit it.
Nah. Is it gonna... Now, let me just read some things here.
They are animals, so they don't have intelligence in that way.
Right, so it's gonna make a contested test with you, Tank. So it's gonna roll melee. It's gonna roll other because it's gonna roll melee, and I want you to roll strength. I'm gonna roll first, and then you can decide if you're spending action points. So I'm gonna roll melee because it's trying to grab you. This is a grapple, so I'm gonna allow you to roll strength and melee against it as well. Or it'll be strength unarmed in your case. In fact, I don't use melee for this. Yeah, I do use melee for this. And I've got 1 extra dice, so I'm going to spend my 1 extra dice. It's going to try and grab you, Tank. So you need to equal 3 successes to not be grabbed.
okay, I'm gonna spend 1 AP
Okay.
if we have it. Do we have it? Yeah.
You have 1. You can buy some if you want. You equal 3 successes, so it just grabs you, and it's got your one shoulder, and you've got its one shoulder, and you're kind of just in the stalemate of a tug of war. But that's its turn. It's not able. It was trying to pick you up to throw you, but because you've matched its strength, it's not going to be able to. And it's Red Alert's turn.
Red Alert jumps down in front of it.
Okay.
And he's gonna punch. And I'm gonna get 1 dice from you.
So you get an AP.
Nice. Sorry, who gets an AP? I get an AP.
You do.
Yeah, I bought one.
Oh, did you buy one? Right. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is... Wait. Oh, you've not rolled yet. Right, okay, sorry. Oh, a complication and 4 successes. Are you keeping the complication?
I'm
or you're
using a luck to roll
using a
that.
luck? Okay, okay. You only need 2 successes here, so you've done well already.
Yep.
Okay, so it's just 4 successes. You needed 2, so you gain 2 action points.
Okay.
You may roll your damage.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend those last 2 to give me extra.
Okay, I'll be back in 2 secs.
One. So 11 energy damage and 1, 2, 3, 4 are piercing.
Oh, roll the
And what body part?
Roll that location.
18, which is the right leg. I think he still has all his armor there.
Yeah. So it would have.
Oh, 11 with 4 piercing. I don't think it has as much energy resistance. Hang on. Oh no. Do you know what? It has more. It has 9 energy reduction. It's got 9 damage reduction on energy. So but you've got 4 piercing, so you're ignoring 4 of that. So it's got
resistance.
5. So you're doing 11 damage with 5 resistance. So it's 6 damage. Which body part?
I rolled an 18.
Oh, you rolled an 18 on
18
his
is
right
the
leg.
right
so it's
leg.
6 damage on his right leg.
Unfortunately, it's not 7 because you gotta have 7 to.
7. It's 7
How
for
big
an
it is?
7 for a wound. Yeah. Okay, is that you? The rest 2 action points.
Yep,
Would you like
that's
to do anything else? Okay, Ronnie.
Yeah, no one's taken any damage, right, from the creatures.
Tank's taking some.
Like,
Yeah,
what do you mean?
he got scratched. He basically got scratched.
Oh, so he's not taken like a shitload. So I need to heal him.
Not a lot, no. He's not in a bad
Okay.
way.
I mean, I even know if I want to waste a bullet on these things, because I don't really think that my odds of, even if I hit it and penetrating the armor, is like low, right?
It's pretty low, yeah.
It's gonna be like, so I'm literally wasting bullets.
Oh,
You
So-
could.
you had the pinboard.
You
You had the
could. You
pinboard. You
could.
can focus on
Rally.
it.
Remember, rally. Whenever you find yourself taking a back seat in a fight, you can take the rally action. So you roll endurance survival with a difficulty of 0, or you can roll it on charisma or something else if you want. And what you're doing is you're rallying your troops. You're going, come on guys, we've got this. Come on, Tank, you can do it. And basically, if there's nothing really anything else doing your turn, you can do rally, and it's a difficulty 0 roll.
Okay, I
So
might do
the
that then.
standard roll is survival endurance. It can also be done with things like charisma, but remember, if you don't have a drink, your charisma tests become 1 more difficult. So you probably just want to do it with survival endurance in this case.
Okay, so do I have to specify the person I'm doing it on, or is it just like for everyone?
No, it's for everybody.
Oh,
All this
it's
does
AP.
is just generates action points for the group.
Oh, okay.
So it's difficulty 0, and it's just for generating action points, basically.
Okay, I'll do that. So that's survival perception.
Survival endurance.
Okay, let me change it.
That's the standard roll. It can be done on other things.
Okay, no, I'll do that for now.
I love this game. It's so fucking crunchy. There's 1,000,001 rules.
Right, yeah, survival endurance. I got
Nothing ventured, nothing gained. It's nothing lost. Nothing gained, nothing lost, basically.
But I will get my robot because I want to see if it can do fire damage on the creature.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't know these things like fire. I would
Now, I'm
imagine
not
they
going to
don't
make
like
you
it.
spend an action point to get up there with the robot because it hovers.
Okay.
It's got like a jet
Okay.
thing, and you want to use the flamer.
Yeah.
What's the range on a flamer?
Mine just says C. But
So-
close. I
So
guess
that means close. So that means the difficulty here is 3.
Really? Even though it's that close?
Yeah, although you're in the
Uh.
next zone, that still counts as medium.
Okay. Fair enough. Right. I'll just try and hit it.
I've
and
learned to make my
that's-
zones smaller. Zones should be made smaller in this game.
And that's an energy weapon, right?
That's an
Because
energy
it's
weapon,
fire.
yeah.
Alright, I will see if it can hit. I got three
You
successes.
got 3 successes. That is a hit.
Oh,
You
there
may
you
roll
go.
damage.
Right.
Now you want to hit the left arm because that's where it's got least armor.
And I can specify that, right? But doesn't that change the success?
No,
if
that
I
changes the
specify?
difficulty. To pick a body part would have made the difficulty 4, so you would have missed. So you
Yeah, I
can't.
would-
You're not specifying that. You're rolling a
Yeah.
dice for that,
Or unless you have a specific perk for it.
unless you have a perk for it.
Yeah. I
Now-
got 2 energy damage.
Okay,
I
roll the
don't know if that'll
it's,
penetrate
it's
it.
not going to penetrate even if you hit him in its
Yeah.
left arm. So that's okay. So you you lose 1 shot of flamer fuel. So take 1 flamer fuel if it's inventory. I don't even know if it's got inventory.
I don't think it.
NPCs generally don't.
Yeah. And I didn't know if that was
NPCs have unlimited fuel.
Until they die.
sweet.
But no,
Sweet,
not enemy ones do. But I remember when I made this robot, it had 2 flamer fuel. So you can write somewhere in its notes, Martin, it has 1 flamer fuel left.
Oh, and then after that, I'll have to get some more from somewhere.
There's
anyway.
26 here.
Okay.
Remember?
We have
Oh,
a lot of
okay.
flamer fuel.
There's 26 flamer fuel here. We can work that out after the session. But anyway, that's
Okay, no worries.
a miss for you, unfortunately. Well, it's a hit, but it doesn't get through any of the protection. Tank.
Boo.
Boo. Tank, it's your turn.
So Tank's gonna run away.
That's 3 successes. You only needed 2, so you get an action point. You're up to 3, Chris. Oh, right. What did
That's,
what part is that on? That is on
your- Physical.
9, 10, 11. That's on his left arm again. Very nice.
13.
So, it's 13. And he's
Yeah, 2.
and he's only got 3, and you're going through. Oh no, you're not going through any because that's vicious. Not right. So he's reducing
Yeah, but
3.
breaks 2 of it, though.
He's reducing 3. That 3 that he's got becomes a 1. But he still reduces 3 this round. So he reduces 3 of 11. So he takes 8 damage. He had 7 hit points left, Chris. You did it.
Why did you say they were so hard? Did we beat it in like 2 rounds or something?
You really need to make combat harder in this game.
Yeah, I am. I am not going to take it easy on you ever again because you just absolutely steamrolled 2 death claws, guys.
We didn't even get damage. None of us did.
Chris did.
I
but-
did.
But it was
I took
basically,
4 hits.
yeah,
Yeah.
you just steamrolled.
4
through
hit
it.
I
points.
took.
We
I
didn't
took.
take
No,
any
no, no,
damage.
no,
Come
no.
on.
I took 9. I took 9.
Oh. Do you need
Still,
healing
it's-
then
it's
if you took
Barely
9?
nothing.
Difficulty 1 on the endurance survival test. If anybody would like to scavenge them. Endurance survival difficulty of 1. Or some death claw meat.
I'm
Yeah, I'll do
sharing
that.
it in during survival,
You're
which
in
is so
survival.
weird. It's so bad, man.
Anybody roll in that? Okay, that's a success. That's 2 successes, so you gain an action point. And for the complication, I'm just going to take an action point because it's easier. So I'll gain 1 action point and you'll gain 1 action point. Roll me 2. In fact, roll that again because there's 2 death claws. Roll the same dice, the same test again, Skin. For the second death claw. There's the 1 you need. Okay, so you can now roll me 4 combat dice, and this is how many death claw meat you get. And I'll add that to your inventory.
We need to make him like a big Deathclaw cloak
Oh, nice. Want to spend a luck and re-roll that? You can re-roll 3 of them.
Yes.
It's the end of the session. You might as well. I'll let you re-roll 3 of them for a luck point.
Yeah.
One death claw meat. Okay. But with that, you clear the way, and we can get past the death claws, and you can return to Mirage. So I've got 2 action points, you guys have got 4. Let's just update that. Okay. So you can make it to Mirage. Now, we'll save the moving of Mirage for the next session, but you've managed to get back to Mirage with all 8 of the Brahmin. Now, you also have a family of 6 with you. We'll deal with them in the next session. They might become settlers in Mirage, which is your place now, but we'll deal with the moving of Mirage next session, and we'll deal with the settling of those settlers in the next session. But to finish this session off, you can all level up to level 6.
Yeah.
Yay!
So we'll
I'm
start.
gonna do that
We'll start
tomorrow.
the next session at level 7. So we will return in 2 weeks. Let's wrap it up, shall we?
Level 6, you said.
Level 6, sorry, yeah, level 6. We'll return in 2 weeks at level 6. So
And our max hit point goes up.
max hit points goes up by 1. You gain 1 skill, up to a maximum of 6, and you gain 1 perk. We will discuss it in the channel and Discord in between sessions.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I at least raise my level.
Be bedtime for you, mate. Eh? Right, let me just quickly wrap up our video, then you guys can do your Twitch raids then. So, Martin, thank you very much for playing. Fantastic as always. And Max, fantastic as always. Thank you very much for playing. Scoon and Chris, thank you very much for sharing the stream with your Twitch audiences. Thank you for trusting me with your Twitch audiences. I really appreciate you. To those viewers on Twitch, thank you for watching. We love you and we appreciate you. And to the viewers catching it later on the RxOliver YouTube channel, thank you very much for watching, everyone. War never changes. Good night.